you, and you thought we was going away. Nah, it's Speak Out.
But let me just reverse a bit and say good morning to the listeners of Vibes. Welcome to the program.
If I stay within my setting as a public officer, as the public relations officer, and I stay just within the office space and do not go out to the public, how will we understand what is happening on the ground?
Still delivering.
We've done a lot, not just in terms of the general infrastructure, but homes, support to farmers, support to fishermen, etc. And as time goes by, more support will be given to Carriacou and Petit Matli.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered. Built back, even better to last.
Let us all strive to build a better country by putting aside our petty grievances and move forward with dignity, being proud of working hard and working together.
Anything that we're doing now, it's futuristic thinking. It's not for the now.
Education is the key in a country's development. That's it. If its people are not developed,
Even don't go that far, no? Just remember knowledge is power. When you know, you know.
that's it.
It's Speak Out Unfiltered.
We're happy to have you.
On Vibes 101.3 and 106.3 FM every Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you feel the vibes? Going.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
And this is just about where I say good morning to you right here on Vibes FM. Welcome to the program Speak Out Unfiltered for today. Good morning, wherever you are, on Facebook, on YouTube, good morning. And those of you on the internet as well, good morning. And Petit Matli, Carriacou, and Grenada, good morning to you. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, good morning, wherever a signal is being transmitted, good morning to you. And as a reminder that the program is interactive, you can always call us when we open up our telephone lines, 403-0101, 403-0101, and 443-0101, 443-0101, and 458-1914, 458-1914. And those of you looking at us on the Facebook or YouTube, you can see the number scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Well, I'm going to take the music down and go right over to Koi. Koi, good morning. He's smiling already. Good morning, Koi. Good morning.
You know, whenever I'm in this environment, smile is a understatement because it brings that kind of feelings of you're about to go and do something good. You know what I mean? In a sense, and I say that
I call it connectivity.
Connectivity. Yeah, you know. And you know, my excitement and my looking forward to come to this program. I think it's after a while. I mean, I've been doing for a little while now, but after a while, it shows that that there is virtue and value in just talking to each other, even though we disagree at times. And I don't expect him that everybody would have the same view like us. I mean, everybody don't have the same view at all. You know, I mean, no, you know what I say? Tongue and teeth does meet. Mm-hmm. I mean, and they're so close. Yeah, yeah, but the idea is I always look forward to come and to be part of whatever the conversation is, because that's how we learn. Also, not just by talking, but also by listening. And one of the things that I want to encourage us, in these times as we go forward together, that we must do more listening. We miss a lot of things when we don't listen, obviously. But when we keep talking, making noise, the important things that we need to consider, we miss it. And so listening is a very important part of speaking. I mean, some people speak. Some people speak just to respond. Some people speak, just to speak. So I'm saying that even as we converse today, and I know there are several and there are many issues that we need to address. Here in Carriacou and Pitimatnik, there are things that we need to address. Of course, nationally in terms of what's happening on the mainland, there are things to be addressed. And so I look forward to this dialogue that where we can together, even as I've said, even if we disagree, let that agreement be positive. That disagreement be positive, and don't just let's see how we could build each other, grow together. You know what I mean?
But one of the things that we sometimes do, I think it's unreal, is that we find ways to cry one another down, to bring one another down, and that's not really helping our situations, If we could only help a brother up, it's always better than pulling him down.
So,
but we seem to take the negative, and move with that, and that's not good for building an environment, building a country, unity and things like that. We have to be a little bit more concerned and going in the right direction.
If we say that we are family,
we
all of us are family. We carry different surnames, yes, but as one people, we can't continue to take that attitude of just decrying each other and do not seeing the good, not seeing the positive. All we're seeing is negative things or what we imagine in our heads as well. So I think it is so important. And when we want to call on all of us, despite our differences, and which we do have and which we will always have, let's see how we can positively encourage each other, build on what has already happened, what was already done, and let's continue to shine a light in this darkened world, man.
Especially in the light that and the fact that we just came out under this burial, we're still under the impacts of burial, and we should be a little bit more moving together, helping one another to come back to that normalcy. But for some reason, there's a bit of a selfishness and in us, to a certain extent, that we sometimes feel that the best way out is to cry the brother down, be negative, and not, trying to lend a helping hand whenever you can. And we don't go too far with that,
No,
not at all. No. It's so important for us to come together, but we're not doing that. Talking about coming together, I've been just looking at our calendar right now, and I noticed that tomorrow is Friday,
the 17th.
The 17th. We haven't Parang again, We're launching Parang. Just imagine that Parang would be launched tomorrow. We missed it last year, and
really missed it in truth.
Yeah, we missed it.
Or was a good break?
Well, not. You see, the thing about it is that we used to it around that time, and we are so caught up with so many things, that we sort of like push it aside and not even getting the vibes of it, because we were not in a mood for that at the time. But I believe that things are coming back to normality now, and we will be in a situation now we should enjoy and put the parang back. Let we sing on one another. Let we laugh at one another. Let we have some fun with one another. Let's perform for one another. I think it's going to be great.
But Kim, yes. I like that idea. You say let's celebrate with each other. Let's perform for each other. But the parang thing can really cause a lot of problems. No, not it can cause. I have known cases where people just can't take that. Why are you talking about celebrating and having fun and so on? But some people, and just recently I was also thinking that I was listening to some parang songs playing, and I said, boy, wow, parang is like the internet. You can't go every year. You going back, So some people cannot take it. Some people cannot take it.
The thing about Carriacou parang in particular is different to other parang in other countries, and we seem to zero in on people's behavior and what happened in their lives, and sometimes most of the stories that we put into the music, is not real. It's not true. But we
it's not true.
No.
No. Those things are real. what makes it unreal for you put in a song that you go and fish for days, when you come back you meet a baby in your house.
Don't make the stranger call the daddy.
Yes. what is unreal about that? So I mean, the whole, I think we need to adjust ourselves in this thinking about this parenting and what it does, because I know for a fact, I know in instances where people were taken to court, and they lost, because you malign the person's name, you say things about the person, whether or not it's kicks, say it. I could understand. I mean, our culturally, we just pick on, but we put music to it, and make it there as the boy people watching.
But it could be something that's a culture. You know?
Is that our culture?
Of course, it's a culture. I mean, our parang is different to a lot of other places, and we seem to, do it year after year. It's a custom. People come here for the celebration.
Yeah, well, people would do anything just for a party and a fix.
I'm going to publicize now. Yes. 443-0101. 443-0101. 403-0101. 403-0101. You can also call 458-1914. 458-1914. You can also call that as well. The lines will be open, and we're going to entertain you in whatever way you are. Whatever topics that you want to speak about today, that those topics will be welcome. Again, 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. 458-1914. Okay, let's continue, Koi, with our dialogue here, And somebody said to me, even as of this morning, well, it's only about another 2.5 months to go before the year comes to an end, and we didn't plant a seed. And it doesn't seem as though we're going to be ever doing that anymore. And
I mean anymore for the year?
Well, for the year. Yeah, for the year. Yeah, they were talking about the year,
Yeah, yes. Okay.
And I thought back at what they were saying, and I could see this sort of a disappointment to a certain extent in what they were saying, because the garden is where they get more, quite a bit of the food from. And without being able to plant and provide for yourself in that respect, it makes it a challenge now to feed the family, feed yourself and the family.
Yeah, it is.
With, the situation sometimes where things are not available as they used to be, and talk about other supplies, then you have a situation where people just getting by from day to day.
It's about food, and I mean, we have to remember that we have to feed ourselves, and like it or not, difficult or not, we have to find that way and find that pathway to feed ourselves and our families. We just can't
sit back and relax. Vibes FM caller. Let me see. I try to get the calls in there. Vibes FM. Okie doke. We're gonna try one more time again. But you're talking about feeding yourself and family, and that is a priority when it comes to heads of families.
And with what's happening around the world today, the imported stuff. Yes, we might have the money to purchase it, but is it available to us? I mean, we've seen what happened. I mean, trade here, there, and everywhere, and so on. I really wish we would sit down together and try and design a way, a method, a means of how we can really, address some of the issues.
Vibes FM caller come in. Caller? Good morning. Yes, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes. Please turn your radio down. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
I am troubled, and so we should. All of us. These are serious situations in our country. And I'm talking about Donald Trump, who wants Grenada to support him to attack Venezuela. Are you with me?
I'm listening. Yes, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, We have a young, educated, and intelligent and progressive leader in our country. And his administration consists of the same kind of people, young and energetic, progressive, and intelligent. Unlike Donald Trump, who has, in my opinion, a bunch of misfits, ignorant people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump is far too ignorant to fool anyone, least of all our prime minister. The dumbest person will tell you that Donald Trump wants to get his hand on the oil in Venezuela because his predecessors, George W. Bush and Obama, tried it before to get rid of Chavez, and now we have Maduro. Donald Trump darn well knows that the drugs he's talking about, and he blew up so many people already in international waters, without asking a question, innocent people fishing, right? So he knows that the drugs not coming from Venezuela. It's coming from Colombia. And because the strong man in Colombia is his friend, he doesn't want to say anything to him. Right? So I hope our Prime Minister, as a matter of fact, I think our Prime Minister must have told him no already for installing radar and whatever it is in our beautiful country. We have no fight with our Venezuelan brothers. So I hope our Prime Minister take that into consideration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, in my view, is a sick man. And he should register himself in a clinic or some nursing home to look after himself. But he wants to get rid of Maduro to install his little puppet, a woman, can't remember her name, because she wants to sell the oil or give it away to Donald Trump and his colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump is playing a game, and nobody must fall for a game. The president of France and the British Prime Minister, who had heard what Donald Trump said at meetings, and they told him, they tried to correct him because he doesn't know what he was saying. Donald Trump should not be attending these high-powered meetings because he doesn't understand foreign affairs. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump, to me, is a total embarrassment to our country.
Mm.
He's supposed to be the leader of the so-called free world, right? So, we have to be careful. We cannot allow Donald Trump to use the situation in Venezuela and to engulf our country in conflict, right?
Okay.
The people of Gaza, for that matter, he said he went there to create peace. What kind of peace? After he supported Netanyahu to starve the people, to kill women, children, starve them to death when there's so much food in the place. Donald Trump has criminals in America arresting people, sending them into faraway places. They don't know where they are. When I saw a little 8-year-old girl crying in the street, she wants her dad. And Donald Trump want to talk about peace and look, I want to say a lot, but I'm going to stop here at the moment to allow people, because this is a serious matter. Donald Trump could engulf the whole world into a conflagration which we do not prepare for. Donald Trump and others must stop this damn nonsense about backyardism. Venezuela is in nobody's backyard. Let the people decide on the policy on how to run the country. Donald Trump is in no position to tell people how to run the country. As a matter of fact, America is known as the Great Satan. I don't know if you all know that. We call the Great Satan because they have blood on their hands. They kill too many innocent people. And I'm dead annoyed about this nonsense that Donald Trump is going on with. Let him go and sort out the closure of his parliament or Congress. Let
Okay.
him sort it out
Okay, God.
and leave our people alone.
All right.
It's a good thing the Russians are down there as well. Look, I'm going to stop here
Okay.
for that matter and listen to if anybody going to support. Because Chester Humphrey told us everything about it already on Beyond the Headline programs and his meeting with Calestra. So let me hear what other people thinking about it.
Okay, caller. All right.
Okay?
Okay, thank you so much there. Okay.
Thank you.
Let me take another call before we move forward. Next caller, I think, is online. Vibes FM caller. Caller, good morning. Caller, you on?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Kim, and good morning to the listeners of Vibes 101.3 FM.
Mm.
Diana Isaac, Public Relations Officer, Ministry of Caricom, Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government. Once more, we're update activities that are taking place within the ministry and upcoming activities. So, as we know, we're coming to the close of 2025, and as per usual, the ministry is getting ready to host Christmas in the Gardens 2025, the 4th edition. And that event is scheduled for December 16th to 18th. We are hosting it over a 3-day period this year, and we'll be having a number of activities. These include our kids' Christmas frolic on the 16th, and that is scheduled to start at 11 a.m. We're inviting parents to send their children to the Carrico Botanical Gardens for a day of fun and frolic. And following our kids' Christmas frolic, we'll have what is called our Christmas night market. And registration forms are now out for interested vendors from Carrico and PC Martinique who would want to sell their products as we get ready to celebrate Christmas 2025. And for persons who are interested, they can call committee member Nicole Clement at the ministry on 443-6026. And while our patrons shop at the Christmas night market, there will be also a point where they can just sit and relax and enjoy a movie on the big screen. So the 16th, we have 3 events. Our Christmas Kids Frolic starting at 11 a.m. and from 5 p.m. in the evening, we'll be starting our Christmas night market mixed with our movie night.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 17th, the Minister for Carrico and PC Martinique Affairs, Honorable Tevin Andrews, will be hosting his senior citizens luncheon. So that day is an all-day event for our seniors, starting from around 11 a.m. and going forward throughout the day. And we close off the main activities for Christmas in the Gardens with carols at night. That is an evening event that will take us from 7 p.m. onwards. And this year we're doing a little mix. We want our patrons, the crowd, to participate a little bit more. Instead of just having individuals and groups entertaining you on stage, we'll be doing a bit of karaoke. And we want persons to participate because there will be special prizes for the persons participating in the karaoke segment. And as per usual, Kim, we always like anything that we do at the Ministry of Carrico and PC Martinique Affairs to have some sort of partnership with our members of the public and our corporate citizens. So again, we're asking persons out there if they can partner with us to host these events. And as per usual, we'll be decorating the gardens. And this year, we want to take it up a notch. We do not just want to do the front part of the gardens, but the entire gardens, creating a really, really nice Christmas scene at the Carrico Botanical Gardens. So we're inviting persons to partner with us. If you are interested in partnering with us, you can call us at the ministry, myself, the Public Relations Officer, on 443-6026, or you can also call our Cultural Officer, Mr. Anderson Matheson, on 414-9808. to express your interest in partnering with us and also in participating, because for the carols at night we need performers. So we'd like for persons to call us to express their interest. So that is Christmas in the Gardens. Upcoming, the Division of Youth will be hosting Youth Month in the month of November. They have a whole month of activities, and that includes a church service, a health walk, a youth can cook will be hosted in PT Martinique. So we're asking the young people of Carriacou and PT Martinique to come out in November. They'll be getting all the activities, the dates and the time. A flyer will be posted, a radio ad will be done, will go on the television to ensure that every person is in the know as to what is happening for Youth Month 2025. And that is coming up in the month of November. But before that, Kim, the youth department will be hosting 2 special events for the young people of Carriacou and PT Martinique again. That will be in partnership with the Ministry of Health, and that will be hosted October 22nd and 23rd at Bishop's College School grounds. That event is dubbed Adolescent Health Fair and Social Talk. So they'll be highlighting anything relating to young people and their health and putting them in the know. And that will be done together with the Ministry of Health and partners that will be coming from Guinea. So once again, we're encouraging our young people to take advantage of the opportunities that are being afforded to them through our Division of Youth. And recently, Kim, we continue to be in recovery mood in Carriacou and PT Martinique following the ravages of Hurricane Beryl. And on Tuesday of this week, we had the launch of a very special project for Carriacou. Our forests, our environment, our coastal areas in general were devastated by Hurricane Beryl. And it is important that we rebuild our environment. So through the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, a project was launched. It is not something new because it was done in the 70s, I understand, by the Honorable Eric Gary, a former Prime Minister, where he asked persons to carry a tree to Carriacou. So that same initiative was launched in Carriacou on Tuesday. And Honorable Kirin James used the opportunity to also encourage our students to not only just look at careers in the medical field or in economics, but also to look at careers that to help with the environment, because there are many, many opportunities there. So she used the opportunity as well to plant a couple trees in the botanical gardens and at Bellevue South, where there's a special integrated land management project that is coming on stream for Carriacou and PT Martinique. And so here we are encouraging the public once more, from not only the students, but also members of the public, to come on board with us to replant Carriacou and PT Martinique. It is a mammoth task, but we want our people to support us and to support the rebuilding of Carriacou and PT Martinique by planting a tree or trees. There are some designated areas like the botanical gardens, the mangrove areas, the area in Bellevue South, and an area in PT Martinique. So if you are interested in doing the tree replanting with us, you can call the ministry, or you can link with the Ministry of Climate Resilience. You can link with the Division of Agriculture. And sticking on agriculture, Kim, yesterday was also a special day for the schools of Carriacou and PT Martinique, where we saw the handing over of equipment, agricultural equipment, to the tune of 63,000 EC dollars that was sponsored by an organization, Blackburn International, to give our schools tools and equipment for the agricultural studies. And this was made possible through an arrangement with our ambassador in Brussels, Ambassador Raphael Joseph. And we want to say thank you very much to Mr. Joseph for leading the charge on this. But this did not happen just like that. It happened because of an agricultural teacher at the Hillsborough Secondary School, Miss Rena Noel, who actually conceived the idea when Ambassador Joseph was here with a team looking at another project development for Carriacou and PT Martinique. So hats off to Miss Noel. She did not only look out for her school, but she also looked out for all the primary and secondary schools on Carriacou. So now they were gifted with black tanks, potting material, organic manure, things to help put the production, soil conservation techniques as well. So Kim, we want to say thank you again to Blackburn International for supporting the agricultural drive for primary and secondary school. And before I go off, Kim would like for the public to be informed that the Inland Revenue Department is relocating back to its original premises. That is effective Tuesday, October 21st, and the operating times will be 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they're moving from the resource center. They will be closed tomorrow, please God, and they're relocating back to the administrative building in Hillsborough. So we continue to make strides in our recovery efforts.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Dave, for the information you just shared with us. I think it's so important, when you come on and let people know exactly what's happening around in the communities so they could be a part of, whatever the situation might be. And it's, you mentioned earlier on there, that about the planting of a tree. And I recall, as you said, back in the 1970s when we had a carrier tree in Carriacou, where the schools were involved tremendously, in the planting, and it was a big success. And with that coming back now with Hurricane Beryl just passed away, I think it's a good initiative. I think it's going to be a great idea to get involved.
Yes. We're hoping that members of the public would see this as important and they would want to participate, because it's all about rebuilding Carriacou and PT Martinique for all of us. It is not just for the ministry or for the government, but it's for all of us and for future generations. And as PS Linold Parrott highlighted yesterday at the handing over ceremony for the agricultural supplies for the schools, it is important for us to also resuscitate the 4-H movement in Carriacou and PT Martinique, because that played a vital role in getting children interested in agriculture as well. So we want everybody, whether you're from Carriacou or you're living in Carriacou or not, but you're visiting as well, to participate in whatever rebuilding efforts that we have ongoing in Carriacou and PT Martinique. We need every person on board to get us back to where we were and to even get us, move us forward 4 or 5 years more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To keep us moving forward. We want to ensure Carriacou and PT Martinique build back better. But we cannot build back better by ourselves. We need every person, every hands on board to get us there.
So the equipment you mentioned that was handed out yesterday to all the schools, right? Secondary as well as primary, right?
Yes, it's all the schools, the 6 primary schools and the 2 secondary schools on Carriacou and PT Martinique.
Okay.
So no one was left out, even though it was an idea of the teacher from Hillsborough Secondary School, Miss Rena Noel. She was looking for ways to improve our agricultural studies at the school, but she did not leave out any school on Carriacou or PT Martinique.
Well, once we start giving them the incentives back in the school, it's going to be so important, they might develop themselves, to be providing food for the nation and maybe studying at the highest level. Just like Rena did.
One of the positive things, that has also happened is that through Sus Gren, we were able to get 2 shade houses for Mount Pleasant Government School and Harveyville. And I'm happy to report that Harveyville is actually started selling lettuce and pak choy and other short crops, and I think Mount Pleasant has done the same. So, and in Bel Air, we're actually up in Bel Air now, where we're going to be highlighting the hydroponic system that the government brought in, because we know that we have not experienced steady rainfall for this rain season, so farmers have not been able to do their regular planting. But the government, through the Division of Agriculture, is looking at other ways that farmers can sustain themselves and sustain the nation. So now we're up actually on site in Bel Air, where we're going to be highlighting the new hydroponic system that was brought in, and farmers will be trained and will be given an opportunity to learn more about how to do the different types of hydroponics planting in the future. So we want farmers to know that the Ministry of Carriacou and PT Martinique, we have them at heart. We want to say, we know it's been a tough year because of the rainfall, but we have to look at alternatives of planting, because as we know, we are experiencing climate change.
Yeah, it's been affecting us badly, So I think that's a good alternative for us to look at, to make sure that we could provide food for the nation. Excellent. Oh, things
Yes.
are happening, right?
And Kim, before I go, I know persons have been complaining about now the installation of pipes on the Bel Air Road, but we ask for the understanding and patience of the commuters using Bel Air Road, because we're in the process of installing two water storage tanks for Karakou, and the one is located in Bel Air and one is located in Mount Royal. So the contractor has started the installation of pipes. So we ask for the public to be patient, exercise some patience and understanding as we try to get this project completed in the next couple of months, because it is all for the benefit of Karakou and PT Martinique.
Okay, so once those pipes are finished and the tanks have been installed, which means that the distribution of water in those communities would be taking place.
Much improved. Yes.
Okay.
So persons will have another access of getting water.
Okay, well, that's good news because we need the water. Without water, we can't do anything proper. Okay. All right. Well, Miss Isaac.
Very much so.
Yes. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I want to remind persons about, again, our main end of year event, Christmas in the Gardens. We need your support. We need your sponsorship. We need your participation. Call us at the ministry to let us know what you'll be able to do for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay. Bye.
And thank you again, Vibes FM, for the opportunity.
No problem
Bye-bye.
at all. Okay. It's always a pleasure. And to remind our listeners, the lines are open 403-0101, 403-0101, 443-0101. And you can also call 458-1914. Call, a lot of things happening.
Yeah.
I feel we're coming back, We're coming back.
Yeah, but Kim also, I think, I don't know if you could recall if you ever had the experience of living through a drought in Karakou here.
Don't tell me about it. I know.
Right. So I'm saying these are things that we would have experienced in the past.
Yeah.
Have we taken the lessons and brought them forward? So this time around, when we are faced again with something like that we can adequately deal with it, because it's the reality. I mean,
well, I think with technology, we have been improving in that aspect, in that way, so to make sure that we could cope with situations, if they do occur again, so it wouldn't be as bad as it was in those days when we had very little idea and
when we
means, and what to do. Vibes FM, caller, come in. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. Caller.
Good morning, Brother Kim.
Yes. Good morning. Yes.
Good morning, Brother Call.
Good morning, bro.
For a long time, I've been doing more listening, and plus when you had a breakdown there, than calling, because I want to pay more of attention of what's going on in the horizon now. I don't want to talk too much this morning about the Yankees and them and this and that, because I know definitely I have a prime minister of good confidence, good judgment, and I don't think his release will be much different than Antigua. So I trust him, and I think majority of the sensible Canadians trust him. What I want to talk about, and I don't play no games with NBC or whatsoever, and men who I know take. Kim, there's a burning issue with me. I want to talk about half an hour to talk about the two topics and then come back. You know what thing? I listened, you all had a program the other day with George Prime. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Kim, there's an individual going on all them station, going on WFM on morning, going on Shellon program, going on RJ program in the midday, calling GBN twice and saying some nasty things about Prime. Trying to describe him as this kind of, how they just call people all kind of nasty names. Kim, I never tell you that, never. George Prime, Karaoke Prime, that is Prime's son, right? You know him?
Yeah.
I coach him. And Prime could come on your TV and your radio and tell you, I is the one that get a scholarship for him. You hear what I'm saying on your radio?
Yeah, I'm listening, yeah.
Right? To Mecca Evans College, I got a half scholarship for him, and then according to his grades and everything, he will work the other way to get a full scholarship. You understand? And based on report from Eugene Puzzle, he was ambassador when Brigham was in power.
right? And I think when Tillman was in power too, he acted as ambassador of that side. But let me tell you, when I hear people go talk about George, I will defend George because George's mother and father sent him to school. I know his mother, I know his father in Grenada here. You understand? I knew them. You know, and I will not. A listener is only crying on my bed. Because I know how tight me and Prime was. And his son, you understand? I helped his son. And he could boast and come and tell you next time he come on the radio. He's going to tell you what your man says absolutely true. So you know how my feelings is. Am I right or wrong, Kim? Tell me if I'm wrong to talk about that, Kim.
Well, I'm listening to you. I don't know
I feel real hot. Kim, and you see, I can't own a radio. If I was like you or somebody, I can't own a radio station. And I'm not thinking, there are some people, and I tell them, okay, don't call back my radio station. But your radio station is yours. You do what you want. You're entertaining call. You don't mean you're in support, brother call with what the people say. But I'm just trying to tell you my feeling towards Prime. Right? Alexis' mother sent him to school, he learned. Roger's Ferguson's mother sent him to school, he learned. Jerry Edwin's mother sent him to school, he learned. Nobody coming now and play them with some teacher for them and them one thing. They don't realize everybody's ignoring them. People ignoring them. Look, GBN in the morning now, they're trying to get as much people to come and have program in the morning to divert from this kind of calling program because it's creating problem. I know about it because I call and ask questions. I know that. GBN is only about 7 people calling every morning and making mischief. About 2 does call and make sense. They need a 5-ish stupidness. Let me move from that. Kim, there's a boxing match getting ready to take place between Mike Tyson and Mayweather. You heard that?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Cole, you didn't hear that?
Yes, I saw it somewhere.
You heard it?
Yes.
But it's not really Mike Tyson and Mayweather that really wanted to say, you know.
I know.
You know, I know, let me tell you.
I know that.
The boxing match that's coming on is the movement and NNP.
Yeah.
That is the boxing match that's coming up. All how they talk about NBC and this and that. When you hear the movement's launch next month, based on information I'm picking up on my bed, you go hear what will go on in Sotels and Grenville with both of them. You hear what I tell you?
Yeah.
Information reached me that the movement is going to operate in eight constituencies. 4 and 2. St. George's, Tonga St. George, and probably about 2 more areas. I think it's the South and somewhere else. Other 8 or 10. I'm subject for correction because I have to talk with the individual list.
Okay.
Kim, when that boxing match take place, the whole of Grenada, you understand, will be holding the head and ball because it won't be business as usual. I don't know what you're picking up. I know you a man have your agent and them. Yeah, things you won't talk about it, but let me talk about it. When that boxing match starts, don't bother with them. They focus. Them obstacles and them. The focus will be on NDC. You know, yes, they go think on NDC, they go come back and say, I vote for the movement, I vote for NDC. But we know bother with them. I know the Prime Minister don't have the election plan in place. Don't get us surprised. And I know he's making some positive movements. And we're going to get the money to do these projects and them. And we're going to get the money to campaign. We ain't waking dog out of sleep. But this election will be different of all. This will be the mother and father of all elections. So you and Mr. Coyle, get all your gloves ready to block your all face because shots are going to be moving. I mean punch, not shot. Sorry, let me be careful on my words.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll come back, but I'm telling you, Prime, I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Wow. 443-0101. Okay. 443-0101-403-0101. Those are the numbers you can call if you want to be part of the program this morning. And 458-1914. 1914. A lot of things will be happening in politics. Plenty things going to be happening. I tell you, as you just mentioned, boxing match.
Yes.
Joking making money.
Well,
We
I
had steel
smiled.
cage match.
I
Remember we had a
smiled-
steel cage match?
I smiled when I hear
Vibes FM, color you next.
Good morning to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes, good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Yes, I was away from the program for a long time because my daughter was sick and she was in hospital. And I couldn't listen to the program in hospital.
Okay.
And she died now.
Oh.
She buried on Tuesday.
Our sympathy.
So I just called in this morning to let all you know that I lost my daughter, who was very dear to me. And I call in to say I hear a caller, just call and speaking. Tell him he know what is in God's hand. And God will take care of the NDC party. God that put them there. So have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we said it at the beginning, that we know that there will be differences of opinions in several things. But I think the good part is we have to learn to work together and solve problems and ensure that our people are safe.
What do you think about the movement is supposed to be launched pretty soon, huh?
Yes, well, from indications, I think before the end of the year, they should be launched. But the movement,
in my view, will not be launched to really say give NDC a hard time. In simple words, I think the movement would be, as the caller just mentioned, between the NNP and the movement. I think it's going to end up there in a battle. I think that's where the battle is going to be fought.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I think so, because the fact that the movement was born because of what transpired in the NDC, in the NNP rather. So now that we have a new party coming out of that, look out. Say no more. Vibes FM caller coming.
Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Okay, already.
Good morning.
All right. Well, I want to make a contribution on the issue with America and what's going on in the Caribbean. Now, I'll start off by saying I'm neither for or against. For me, we need to weigh the option. So I'm leaving it in the capable hands of the Prime Minister and his team to look deeply into the matter and see whether or not, if we say no, how much we stand to lose. If we say yes, how much we stand to lose. Because many people will come out and say, well, we can't do that. We have to say no. But remember, who is Grenada to stand up against America if America decides to put pressure on Grenada? Let's just look at SGU, for example. If America say, you know what, you guys don't want to go along with me, I'm pulling out. I'm shutting down SGU. I'm calling back the students. I'm going to set it up somewhere else. I'm going to do whatever. I'm taking back that. You know the amount of people who would be affected by the investment they have down here in the south, down in Chublo area, all the apartments and things that go down there.
Right.
Also, if they decided, okay, we apply more pressure, and they start, don't think America don't know where many Grenadians are located in the United States. Let's say they decide to round up Grenadians who are green card, because there are people who might have a stay, but like everything go right with them, and sometimes they might have commit minor offense. They could even deport you for even minor offense if they want to, because they've been doing that to other people around the world. So imagine you have more people getting deported back to Grenada and so forth and so on. So my thing is that some of us are assuming that America wants to attack Venezuela. Let's say they really want to attack Venezuela. Grenada cannot stop them, and they don't need a Grenada to attack Venezuela.
Okay.
Remember the situation with Iran. While they had the battleship station within striking range of Iran, they flew 2 B-52 bombers from U.S. soil that bombed Iran. They didn't even use the ship from what they had within striking range. So I'm saying that to say, America could use their own territory to use jets from their own territory to bomb Venezuela if they want to do that.
Yeah.
And let's go back now. Let's say really drugs. They want to fight. While that may not be so, we just assuming because most of us don't know the intent of the discussion. But let's say it's drugs. I'm happy for the drugs. if it's that if that's the situation, I'm happy to see that they're cleaning up. Let's look at our streets. Let's look at the amount of people that are cocaine on our streets. So some of these lazy men and them want to sit down on the block and sell weed and cocaine to with children and so forth and so on. They would, when they no longer have access to the drug, they would get up and get work, and then we will see less crackhead on our streets.
Yeah.
So my whole thing about it, this is a very deep thing.
Yeah.
And we cannot just say what we want. We have to wait, let the government iron out the situation and make a decision that would be in the best interest of our people.
Right.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we have to face it. We cannot stand up to America. And even if they violate with airspace when they fly in their bombers and so on to bomb Venezuela, what we have to shoot them down? We can't even stop a drug boat with our coast guard out in the ocean. We have anything to shoot down the jet if they pass over our country.
We go use a drone.
So, I mean, and they will use drone and all this thing on them. So, I mean, we have to balance the thing. We have to iron out the thing. I mean, another thing I'm saying again, look at how much remittances that come from America. Look, when you go on the port, right, majority of the barrels you see, they come from the U.S. When you see people in the line stand up to collect the liquor kakada in Western Union and the other one they have there, majority of that money is coming from the U.S. Now, we see what Trump gives. He's a bully, it's true, and don't agree with all the policy, I don't agree with all what they're doing, but the government have a decision to make, and for me, I believe the boss will analyze the situation and he would make one in the best interest of us. So I'm waiting on the boss. I'm not going to just go ahead and say, no, we don't want that, because if they decide to squeeze us, we cannot stand. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you so much for your contribution, caller. Next caller, what's up? Yes, go ahead.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, yes.
This thing with America has information to use our side. Now, I heard many people speaking up against the government giving the United States that permission. You see me, I am very open-minded on the matter. Now, one, Maduro is a dictator. Elections, he lock up opposition leaders. Others had to go into hiding so he could remain in office. If it is a democratic state, let the election be fair and free. Two, because of his decision in Venezuela, what do the Venezuelans that fleeing? We have a lot in the south, you know. You're passing St. George's, you see a hotel, I don't know which part of the island they reside in. Okay? Now, we cannot jump up in America's face. I listen to Chester Humphrey. I know who he is. I know he doesn't, well, I could say he hate America. We know what happened during the revolution, after the revolution, when the Americans wanted him and blah, 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 blah. Now, they are making noise. But listen, there is one group that you're not hearing on that matter. I don't know if they speak, and I don't know. It's the opposition, the NNP. I go to social media. I hear the political leader talking about all different things, and I never hear she talk about that pending situation. Now, if my memory serves me right, in the Caribbean, there are political parties who align to the Democrats and the Republicans. And as far as my understanding will help me, the NNP aligns with the Republican Party. It's just like the Androhonis Party in Jamaica that aligns to the Republican Party. Okay? I think it was done by Edward Siaga. He was an American Jamaican, someone like that. No, the thing is, I believe they are standing down to see what decision the government will take. And if it is one where the Americans will squeeze Grenada, they will come out and say, we didn't have, the government didn't have Grenada at heart, and look what it caused, and blah, 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 blah. They're waiting to see which road they're going to get to run on. Now, I like to listen to open-minded people. Our economy is sheltering under the United States. Okay? Now, let's suppose, as Chester and his colleagues and them are saying, that the government decide not to allow America. Now, the cruise ship season starting in a few weeks' time or a few days.
Mm-hmm.
You see what we put in the vendors and them at risk. The millions of dollars they were onto the cruise ship tourism. America could squeeze us out of it. Our fish is facing problem now. Right? Our fishermen making noise because come January, they may not have a market in the US if the government can get things correct. Our farmers may come into play also. So they could, and Trump have a way of putting on tariff, which is a tax. Now, I feel I don't like the idea of America want to drag in other countries in the region into their business. I don't agree with that. But the bigger picture is your economy. What is there for you if you tell America no? Yeah, you think life will go on as usual in Grenada? No, they will squeeze us. Now, next year you might hear sanction on all the government ministers, all the businessmen. They are bigger than us. We ain't afraid them enough, but they're bigger than us. They are a big stick. I don't agree with Trump policy. Trump is a madman as far as I see. But a madman could do anything. he might hug you up now and cut out your head in the morning. Okay? Because he's mad.
Yeah.
So now, you want to protect the leader. We elect a party to form a government to manage our affairs and make it better. And I foresee, I don't know what I'm really doing Antigua Prime Minister. America is already looking on them for help. Puerto Rico is not too far from Antigua. They're looking for a closer proximity. So, Trinidad, Guyana, Grenada. Okay? Maybe St. Vincent, I don't know. But before we make our decision, we must look at the economy. What is there for us if we say no? What is there for us instead of jumping and take shit because we don't like America? Or we want the Caribbean to remain peaceful. Right now, as far as I see, it is a threat that is going on. It's a do-or-die situation. And Mr. Kim, you are intelligent. Okay? You cannot afford to have your business flop because you does not support the banks. Okay? You cannot buy the hand that feed you. We have to be very careful. Grenada is making strides. We haven't seen a transformation that we never saw before. Okay? We're going past the revolution now. And there are many who don't want the government to continue striving. So they will be glad for the government to take their side and say no to America. I am saying no. No to America could be a disaster to our economy. Venezuela would not be able to help us. And who else will be able to help us? They have to be very careful. Others are making noise outside there. I'm not paying much attention. I ain't them, but I ain't paying much attention to them. We have SGU. Okay? You remember America was looking at not financing students that go to other countries to study. They are ready to talk about that. Okay? Now, what happens if SGU have to close down? SGU is year-round tourism in Grenada. Okay? We make millions of dollars from them. Now, we wouldn't like to lose them. And if you look at it, you could widen it. So those who talking quick, take all your time, work on the maths, before you jump in the media and say what are you want. Because today or tomorrow, the government says, okay, sorry, Mr. America, cannot help you. And 2 days later, fresher start.
Yep.
The same people go turn back and blame the government and say, oh, they don't care about the people anymore, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You catch him?
Okay.
I have until later.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay, let me take another call. Vibes FM. Hold on. Yeah, Vibes FM, caller, you live. Caller coming now. Caller? Hello?
Call dropped.
Okay, no, the one drop, one come back in. Caller? Hello? You on? Okay, Doug. Okay, all right. You're not able to come through. Okay. Yeah, Koi. You listen to some of the comments that's coming in. Eh?
Yeah, I think today's a good day to listen, you know.
Yeah.
Listening day.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear. And in a way, you know, I think it's good. Sometimes we have to sit back, take a step back and look at situations, you know, for what it is and reason. And
But as the caller just mentioned there, you know, in that we're not hearing anything from the opposition. And I wonder why they're not saying anything as it pertains to, you know, the request that was made by the US. Why they not saying nothing?
Probably they don't have an opinion on that yet.
They don't have an opinion on it yet. I think they're waiting to see the decision before they take it, because they may be scared. If they say yes, right, and they're wrong about it, then they're not going to score points. And if they say no, I believe they're looking for public opinion as well too.
And sympathy?
Yeah, most likely.
But
because I trust our Prime Minister. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that he is in a situation there where he doesn't act alone, and he has a very nice group of advisors, and you know, those people around him where they sit and look out the, you know, pros and cons, you know, in every situation before they make a decision. And a decision has not been made yet whether or not they would honor the request or not. So I think it's our duty to wait and leave it in the hands of our Prime Minister, because so far he has not done anything wrong, or, you know, everything's been going nice and easy. But as the caller just mentioned, though, that we depend on America for support. And if we were to
go against them,
we
stand the risk of
consequences.
Yeah.
And as another caller said to me earlier on, but Venezuela has been there for us.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're not between a rock and a hard stone, you know, between two swords.
You go too much to the right, you get stabbed.
You go to the Let me take a call quickly. Vibes FM, caller, come. Oh, all right, okay. Yeah, but that's what's really happening. But I believe that the Prime Minister would make the right decision. And we have to understand this, you know, the request that was made is one that needs to be taken seriously and considered, you know, make sure we try to get it right.
Well, the request that was made, was it in the context of things? I mean, is it something that we can say?
Definitely.
Yes.
I know where you're coming from. A request was made to install the reader equipment, you know, at the point of there, and maybe some personnel, you know, to operate it as well. But do we really know the purpose of that installation?
Well, I mean,
let me take a call.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
Vibes FM caller, come in. Hello. Okay. Now all the lines are blocked. Vibes FM. Let me take the landline call. Okay. No. Continue. I'm just saying, do we sit down? Do we really know why they want to install it? Did they specify that? We don't have the information. Maybe the information has been sent to the government, you know, for them to, you know, look at it and make a decision. But basically, the statement that was made there is like a general statement. Vibes FM, caller you next. Caller coming now. Hello.
Yes, Kim.
Yeah.
I think I come back.
Yeah.
Because based on the statement you and Mr. Cole made, this is simply no, Kim. 6 and 4 is 10. It's 5 and 5 is 10. Then it's 10 and 3 is 10. You can't change the figure 10 with LS, how you change around the figure. Diablo. Keith Mitchell, he is a Republican. Or you understand this thing. That's why I'm in a city this morning. I have to talk. He is a member of the Republican Party. Keith Mitchell advised all the take care and all the people, the members of parliament that do not say nothing on this topic. What they want to see and praying that the Prime Minister say no. You understand? And then it create a conflict. You know, in that instance, create a conflict. He will say, well, we tell all you, even his source in America, tell them they want to move the medical school. People will not get no busy. That is what they want to come and say. So the in saying nothing is not just in saying nothing to see. They're calculating and praying for the worst to happen to Grenada. Up to now, these people in praise nothing good that going on in Grenada. No. You expecting to say something good on this about Grenada? You expected them to be, and if the Prime Minister say yes, they still talk in meeting and say, well, whatever they get, or they choose a Prime Minister who wants to go his direction. Or they listen to me talking to Chopinist, you know. Keith is more than a snake. Keith study politics. You could say what you want, whether you like him or not. That is the play. And I don't need nobody with no degree and no kind of thing to come and tell me no bull. I know it's got what's going on. And listen me again. Keith is a member of the Republican Party. When the revolution go through, Keith just didn't come back. Just so you know. I see Keith in front of the UN when he was one man demonstrating what was going on in Grenada. You know. I was in New York, you know. I just come out down by Fox News. And I walk up there by the UN. Anybody know where Fox News is riding? Station. We could stand the wall there and watching the men from the veranda side. And let me tell all you, when I hear there's a guy called Clifford, he said, boy, you have a Grenadian guy up there with a kind of one-man thing there. He named Keith. That's why I know Keith used to work in Greece in the 70s. And I think because a man I deal with already when I say that as a youth man on the kindness with these offices. So I go up there and I see him and me and he chat a little bit. Well, about 4 girls and 2 boys, about 7 of us, 5, 7, 6 of us. So I know Keith. But they are calculating. That's why they were told, don't say nothing. Some people might just call and say they think they don't know the reason why. They're not calculating. So they want to give the country a kind of blame to make the Prime Minister look bad on that. So the ball, time for we to get him out. Look at the make a mess, refuse America. And his friends tell him that this is the plan. Look how Grenadians will be getting up easy. They go move medical school. They go this nastiness you want to say. Good morning, Larry Barry and Miss Barry. Good morning, Tessa Sensei. Good morning, Gloria Thomas. Good morning, Delma Thomas. And good morning, Claudette Joseph. My NP in waiting for the tongue of St. George. Can't stop 6 runs. Thank you, King.
Okay, thank you so much. 443-0101. 443-0101. And 403-0101. These are the numbers you could call if you want to be part of the conversation as it's going on now. Somebody send me something. You know, I want to read this.
Yeah,
Somebody
right.
send this to me. And they believe this is one of the reasons maybe the opposition is not saying anything. Now, Grenada, I'm quoting what it said. Grenada has signed a number of maritime treaties with the United States and regional partners. One such treaty is the Treaty of San Jose, where states that are parties pledge to cooperate in the fight against drugs. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force has been a beneficiary of this treaty. Earlier this year, there was a week of training for about 35 law enforcement officers. Now, the treaty was signed, listen to this, the treaty was signed on April 10th, 2003 in San Jose, Costa Rica, during the time the new National Party, the NNP government, was in office under the leadership of Dr. Keith Mitchell. So Grenada is involved in the Treaty of San Jose, which aims to combat the marine and air trafficking in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances in the Caribbean Sea. So leaders have been signing treaties without we even knowing.
Yeah, well,
So
that happened.
now, if this is a situation where the United States is trying to control the flow of drugs in the Caribbean, Grenada has been a signatory to it back in 2003 on April 10th.
Yeah.
So if you signed to that in back those times, and now they come to you and asking you now for permission to install radar, and maybe it could be the fight against drugs. We are suggesting, because I didn't see anything come from the press release saying that they intend to invade Venezuela.
I
didn't see anything to that effect. Yeah. We're looking at the behavior of America, and I've been seeing last night that Trump was even saying that they're going inland after they finish on the sea.
Where you say they control the sea
already. Right, so they're looking to control the land now.
Going inland now.
Going inland now. But all he keeps saying is drugs, because he said the Coast Guards or the vessels that they were destroying moving too slow for Coast Guard.
Yeah, see, but they can run faster than a missile.
No, that's it. They quicker than that. So this is something that needs to be considered. Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Destroyed.
Caller.
Hello, good morning again.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
No, I want to agree with the two callers about if Grenada says no to America, they could victimize us, take up sanctions, and what have you. I don't think our Prime Minister will just say no, but to give reasons why. The countries in the Caribbean or CARICOM, the OACS, I think they have met and decided that the Caribbean must be a zone of peace. So suppose Trump want to use Grenada to attack Venezuela. That will be contrary to the agreement as Grenada or the Caribbean becoming a zone of peace. Trump has no respect for countries like Grenada, Africa, and so on. As a matter of fact, pardon my expression, Trump called these countries shithole country. So Trump is not anybody you could take chances with. Okay? He doesn't know exactly what it is to respect countries. That's why I am so much in love with this young man in Burkina Faso named Ibrahim Traoré. He decided that whether they put sanction on his country or not, he kicked out the French, he kicked out even America, and he made what we call mincemeat of Trump already by saying that his country, the benefits, the resources, the gold and whatsoever is for his country and for the people of his country. Because these people go in there plundering Africa, taking all the resources, enriching the country, whereas the people in Africa are poor, hungry, disease-ridden, lack of medical facilities, and so on. So, what I'm saying is this. Our Prime Minister should give reasons, or he will give reasons, why he should say no to America. You can't go in somebody's country like a thief, go in and thief what is them, and agree for somebody else to support you. No, the drugs situation has nothing to do with Trump, by making the excuse that he's trying to fight drugs. America has more drugs than any other country. And the drugs is coming from Colombia. But because the leader of Colombia is his friend, he do not want to attack Colombia. So we must get it right. We have to give proper reason why we should say no to America. Never mind about sanction and whatsoever. Where there's a will, there's a way. Let's believe in God. God is there for everyone. When in difficulties, he say, call on him. Trump don't believe in God because he say he want to remain in hell. You want to remain in hell. You don't want to know about heaven. As a matter of fact, he held the Bible upside down some time ago. Let me stop here for a moment.
Okay. Okay, caller. Thank you so much. Next caller, thank you for waiting. Caller, come in.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Yes, you next.
Yeah, my contribution to this program is that what America is saying about narco, they want to come down the Caribbean to fight narco, the narcotics. That is totally false. In my view, because I've been following this for quite a while as a young person, and in my view, is a total regime change in Venezuela because of the oil. I support Chester Humphrey 100% on that. And this is what we need to make the people of Grenada and the other Caribbean island understand. This is not about narcotics. This is about regime change to control Venezuela resources for the benefit of the West. And this is point blanket. Now, whether our Prime Minister make the decision for them to put that radar there, for them to invade Venezuela. But most people talking right now about visa restriction and all of that. But what's about the amount of immigrants that will be coming out of people that will be fleeing because of the disaster that will be that is very soon to happen in Venezuela? They already tried regime change already before. When they pronounce Guaido as the legitimate president of Venezuela a couple of years ago, all that information is out there. Now they've been sanctioned in Venezuela over the years to put the pressure on Venezuela, and it's all because of the oil. He come back down to the oil, the natural resources in Venezuela. From the time they nationalized the natural resources in Venezuela, it was a problem to the U.S. And that is what they continue doing, plundering. And at some point in time, I would hope personally that our Prime Minister exclude Grenada from that radar system at this point in time. Because it's a burning me inside, because too long we've been there going through this cycle of oppression from the greater powers, especially the United States of America and France and others secretly behind the chessboard. And that is my contribution this morning. So we need the people in the Caribbean to understand it's not about narcotics. We don't need all this military build-up for narcotics. Submarines, jets. We don't need that.
Yeah.
So that's my contribution.
Okay.
That's what we need to wake up the people to make them know what is happening. The people have a say. So let the government of Grenada come forward and have a assessment to hear the voice of the people, what they want or not. But I know a lot of people frightened of the fact about America, the sanction and all of that. We won't be able to travel. But as the previous caller said, where there is a will, there is always a way. God is in control of everything. And he know our pain, and he know the hidden agenda that is outside there. Most people won't see it, and some people don't even want that. No, it's there. But they don't want to look at that side of the playbook. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, all right. Okay. Wow. Let me hold on, Kai. Don't say nothing yet. Let me take a next call. Vibes FM. Caller, come in.
Good morning, Mr. Kim.
Yeah, morning.
Basketball.
Okay.
What's happening? Everything good, Mr. Joseph?
Yeah.
And Mr. Kai here?
Yeah, Kai is here.
All right.
I'm here.
Morning to everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
I was just thinking, I heard Pierre said that Prime Minister went in Venezuela to talk to Donald Trump to ease up the man in Venezuela. I would like him to come and tell us where in Venezuela the Prime Minister went, and what did he say there? Well, we know that he was lying. So if she because the Prime Minister don't study when they talk. But right now, she should apologize to the Canadians for lying. And Mr. Manning Green, we are talking about the importing workers and and they're paying them same thing with Grenadian. Well, they should pay them more than Grenadian because you get more work from the Cuban people than the Grenadian people. But Mr. Batiste, he was saying that the government importing workers and paying them same amount to Grenadians. Well, I'm saying they should have paid them more because you get more work from the people because Grenadians don't want to work out, Grenadians want to calm down. So, my people of Grenada, open all your eyes and all your ears. And Mr. Kim, I just got the book. So I'm checking in that time.
Okay.
I just came out from the print.
Yeah, right. Okay, great. Yeah.
It's so long that, I didn't say anything more about but I got it. They called me today and I went for it.
Okay.
So I might check in a little timing.
Okay.
Just because about, you see, the tourist is not open, so you know how the thing does go.
Okay, all
you know,
right.
you know why I come there Thursday. So everyone have a good day and one love.
Okay.
One love.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Koi.
You know, Kim, I don't know if you could remember what we had in the region here some years ago, a few years well, the CBI program, Caribbean Basin Initiative, where as my memory goes, what it says that American vessels, craft can enter and seize without any kind of consequences or restriction and so on. And I remember that was the time when the president at the time was Ronald Reagan. And so looking at the CBI program as what it was, enter and just search and seize, I mean, without any kind of trace. Wasn't the drugs issue? Wasn't the issue about drugs in those times? They're trying to intercept those boats in the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah.
No, they got Lord.
Vibes FM. Okay.
Yeah.
But next caller.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead. Yes, caller. Yes, go ahead.
I come back quicker than I expected. Now, listen me carefully. Yeah? I don't believe drug is the issue. Okay, I don't believe that. I believe it's regime change is what Trump is looking for. And he knows it would not be done by the ballot because Maduro would not allow the opposition leaders, as we've seen elections gone by. Okay, he will never allow them to win an election. Because now, when the drugs is concerned, America is about the biggest importer of drugs. Okay? How much boost do you hear America make to stop the importers? How much? They've been bombing Colombia for years because they say Colombia has the factories that produce the cocaine. They've been bombing them, they send troops inside it for years. Yet the importers in the United States continue their business as normal. Okay? Bringing in Venezuela into the drugs. In my opinion, that is foolishness. And you want to, and you say now what Maduro, he's the biggest drug dealer, and he have men working for him. That's bullshit. Sorry about that. But America always look for a reason to present to the world when they want to do that sort of activity. To go in Iraq, to get war support, to go in Afghanistan, and that's what it was operate. No, I am not joining the others who quickly saying that Grenada should not give that they should not give permission to put that system in Grenada. I'm not joining with that at all. I've been listening for days now, and all I'm looking at is the math survival. Survival is the key. Now, I heard a caller mention about we are friends with Venezuela, friends with the United States, and who's saying that America is going to squeeze them? Venezuela can't squeeze us enough. America's support, we get more support from the United States than Venezuela. Venezuela, right now, Venezuela is not the country it was in the 70s when they used to use the US dollar as the currency. Okay? It is worse in Venezuela now. As Venezuela is getting poorer and poorer and poorer because of policies. Okay? Now, not simple. Before we jump up and make noise, we could all throw drugs out the windows. Because if America really want to cut down on the drug trade and get rid of it, they have to clean up at home. But who is at home that is in the drug trade? They might be in the Pentagon, they might be in the Congress, you know, because this thing brings money and make people rich. So that is why they don't touching them in the United States. They want to go in where they steal the drugs and they've been imported from. But if you shut down the market in the United States, you think you want drugs in the States? No, you wouldn't. So that, in my opinion, is out of it. Grenada have to look at the economics. That is what you have to look on. Now, some come in office and they start to sanction all those powerhouses, all those producers who exporting to the United States. Cost of living gone up around the world. What does the NNP say? They blame the government of Grenada for the increasing cost of living, you know. Listen to them. Everyone of them blaming the government for the cost of living as if it's the government who increase tariffs. So whenever those things happen and we feel the heat, they're blaming our government. Now we have to think first. And that is why NNP washing their mouth. They're hoping, as one fella said, that yes, Grenada will say no. And when the pressure starts, then they will come out from where they're hiding and open their mouth. Come and act as Grenadians. I supported Chavez. I like Chavez. Good. You see Maduro messed up. And in my opinion, it's time for him to go. We were happy when the revolution came and removed the GOP. And we start seeing a big difference in the economy of Grenada, that even the CBI program started by Reagan could not have stopped Grenada. Okay? But now if you look at how things go, our economy rests under the umbrella of the United States. And mind you, when the United States decided to put sanctions, look who following them, you know. The Europeans, because all of them is one. How are we then going to survive? And then we'll come and blame who? Prime Minister Dick Mitchell. For what? So I say, Chester, you're still my friend. Okay? I can't tell you what other people do. You're still my friend. But please, forget friends and enemy and look at what matters most. We would not want to see our babies suffering. Healthcare get worse. Cost of living rocketing. And all sorts of things affecting the Grenadian people. We can't send our children overseas to study. As you surely gonna get the big. Because remember, you see my Grenadians forget that. Trump said he already spoken of cutting that financing to American students going abroad and study. And we're going to give him an avenue just to show them as you. We have to think first and how long they're going to last for. So I prefer America go in Venezuela, remove Maduro, than we go against America and we suffer. I don't want to be suffering for our next man problem. Clean up Venezuela. Maduro know what he did. If he had left Venezuela as a democratic state and let election go on as normal, they might not have been in a mess. Okay, he'd have a chance again to come back in office. But he went in there as if, well, look, he biggie bad and he brave. And you're rigging election after election. Guaido did won the election. He did won the election. What did Mario do? I mean, Mario, and he's still in jail. And wasn't he alone? The other election that followed, opposition leaders had to run, who had to hide. If I'm not mistaken, the woman that got the mobile, how do you call it?
Peace.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, peace.
Right. Is the opposition woman in Venezuela?
Yeah.
Okay? Because of how she was able to keep ourselves away from Maduro and able to get the message out to the people. Because I thought Traore, who even the Pope supported, would have gotten it. Okay? I didn't know Venezuela had that woman fighting in the back, in the name of Venezuela. So I'm happy that somebody like that get it. I'm not in favor of Maduro. I don't have no problem with Venezuela, but Maduro. And in this thing, I will go for economy, okay, before going against America. Grenadians, let's check on our tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay. Next caller.
Hello.
Yes, hello, yes.
Yes. If we believe in the Bible and we are in the last days, in the last days, every tub have to sit on their own bottom. We are Caribbean citizens. The Caribbean need to come together to fight issues of the problem. We don't need no superpower and nobody to take care of us. When America falls, what you gonna do? Let me tell you something. Believe in God and believe in you always. He said in the last days, every tub have to sit on their own bottom. Every island have to fight their own issues. No island, no superpower can control this world. God is the controller. Have a good day.
Well, thank you so much for your contribution, caller. And 443-0101. 443-0101. 403-0101. You can call those numbers, or you can call 458-1914. Next caller, you on. Caller, come in.
Yeah, morning, Kim.
Yes, good morning, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Coy.
Good morning, yes.
Yeah, just want to make a contribution too.
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah. Kim, this whole issue, we have to do a lot of thinking. You know, where we are and where we want to go. Kim, this whole Venezuela issue, this whole movement issue, and in terms of the migrants throughout the world, where are they all going to? What is their destination? Most of them want to go to the West, Europe, and America. Yeah, almost all the nations of the world, with just the exception of a few, want to go to the United States of America. Why do they want to go to the United States of America? It's because they embrace the values of the U.S.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them do it at the expense of risking their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot understand, for the life of me, why people demonize America so much when people from all over the world, China, Russia, Africa, just name them, want to go to the United States because they feel it's a land of opportunity. Yeah, that's what people want. People want opportunities. People don't want to be hunkered down by some kind of a political this and political that and so on. We are Western people. We follow the Christian values in the main. And we live with our we live at peace with our people. Yeah, so I don't see all of a sudden we feel America is the biggest Satan and this kind of ideology we pushing. Those communists and socialists, they had something going in the early 80s And even today, they're still trying the little revolution here and there in Africa. But these things can't last because you would never stand once you take power by the gun. Watch at Hamas. Watch at Hamas. Hamas want to rule by the gun. This thing going on for so long. So many generations live and die under Hamas rule. All because their ideology is to, well, what is sovereignty and taking hold of what is theirs, and they could do it anyhow, and what. And you have generations suffering and suffering and suffering. Yeah? But this whole American thing, we trying to politicize something that shouldn't really make it a big deal. Because we know that we depend, our very existence and lifeblood depends on America. We depend on America. All our families are, in fact, if you ask people, you give them 4 countries, say which one you would prefer to live in, whether it's China, Russia, Venezuela, or America. How many people would choose otherwise than America? Because why? America welcomes all. That's what America is. They welcome all. But at some point in time, there will be a reset. There will be a reset at some point in time. America has a drug problem. America has some problems. But still, the fundamental values are there. The fundamental values are there. Kim, the honest truth, we don't want to get caught up in the politics.
Yep.
We don't want to get caught up in the politics. But we know America has been there for us. We have too much to lose. We cannot live. Russia. There was the experiment with Cuba and Russia and these people. And so, why is it today that the Venezuelans are suffering so much? The Cubans are suffering so much when America pulled the plug on them. That shouldn't be. If China and Russia had the backs of these countries and they're able to show, look, you could have a superior life compared to what America is offering. Why is this not happening?
Mm-hmm.
But that experiment failed. We can't go back there. We can't go back there. These socialist and communist people, they just want to keep you enslaved under a strict system whereby you can't even demonstrate, you can't even speak, they give you what they want. And that's it. They make the decisions. That's it. We can't go down that road. We are accustomed with democracy, whereby we could talk out, where there's no need for violence, and we leave that day. After 8 days, we leave that day. Let the government do what they have to do and run the country so we could prosper and our children could prosper, rather than we there going backwards. We don't want to be pedaling backwards down the road, whereby we can't get this, there's a shortage of that, there's a shortage of this, we just a little rock. If the rain didn't stop for a little too long, we crying out. We can't get water. We can't do this. Our crops not growing. If a hurricane, the wind blow too hard, we crying out. This, that, what, that. Come on, man. We need to keep our friends that we have. We need to keep our friends that we have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, caller.
And we need to live as Caribbean people, man. Come on, man.
Yes,
This
yes.
nonsense about making these big political, as though we on some big stage and we could influence things. That's a big joke. We would suffer more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, caller.
All right.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much.
good
Okay.
It's good to listen to opinions.
That's why I say today's listening day.
Yeah, today's listening day.
Yes. No, I think it is good for us as a people. Calm ourselves down. Listen. Yes, doesn't mean that you cannot have your own view, your own idea, or whatever research you may have done and so on. Yeah. But listening is also important. And what I'm hearing people expressing themselves and how they feel about the whole situation.
Let me listen to another caller. Caller, come in.
Good morning, Mr. Mills. Greetings. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
Pretty all right, Mr.
Yeah.
Coy.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Mills, I want to make a couple of quotations. Some of the authors are unknown. First, where ignorance is bliss, it's folly to be wise. We heard this one since you were
Yeah.
young boys.
Oh,
and girls,
I grew up with that one.
Aye, author unknown anyway.
Yeah.
But it's part of our, what would you like to say, cultural form of expression.
Mm.
But let's get a little more serious, Mr. Mills, on two others. Henry Kissinger in the 70s. The United States, I think he didn't say of America, yes, has no friends. The United States of America have interests. Let's go back a little now. 196 years ago, Simon Bolivar, the liberator of South America, massive part of it, said, let's go straight into the translation. The United States, he said, seemed destined by providence to cause misery in America, the continent he was referring to then, in the name of liberty. I want to show off to use this Spanish and to say it exactly how he said it. It is no surprise what is happening today, Mr. Mills, with Venezuela, because the latter part of the past century, a new leader came into Venezuela. When I say came in, I mean emerged from the bowels of the people, Hugo Chavez. And he reoriented his people, reorientated partners' people to understand who they were and the history. He worked well with them. I was there, Mr. Mills. I wasn't blind yet. Well, I was getting blind.
Mm-hmm.
He worked with them on the history back to prior to 1811 and above all in 1811 when they gained their independence. Yes. And the people fell for it. And they went with him. And he led this country until he died. Yes, the orientation was different. Socialism. And it worked. Thousands came from poverty. Who can deny that? But he also had his adversaries. The United States, who run that country's petroleum industry for years since 1904, were literally kicked out because the people wanted control of the industry. It made money for the United States, who paid only 7% of production sharing to the Venezuelan people, and Chavez changed it to 30 plus, so Venezuela can gain and benefit from their own resources. The United States got mad, and since then, we know them. If two occasions they tried, there was a time they kidnapped Chavez and brought him on an island out there alongside Venezuela in a bid to kill him. But the people rescued him. The people of Venezuela think differently to those who know nothing about Venezuela and getting on public radio and squatting this bunkum. If a cat guts and pussy balls, and they know nothing of the history of their country. What is happening today? Again, I say it's been no surprise. And the excuses that have been made are lies. The world knows it. In August, Grenadians, the United Nations published a report on narco trafficking in the region, South America. 90% of the cocaine produced in Latin America is done in Colombia, the Republic of Colombia, and the north of Peru. Coca is grown in many of the countries, including the same Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia. Bolivia exports its coca leaves to the United States. You're drinking Coca-Cola every day and you don't know that is one of the alkaloids of the same coca leaf and the cola nut that makes the drink that you so like that when you drink one, you have to drink another one. The cocaine, which one of the alkaloids produced from that said plant, is produced mainly in Colombia, as said prior. And 80% passes on the Pacific side. Tell me something. Is the Caribbean Sea the Pacific? No. Report from you. Go there and read it. It's the United Nations that produced it. Does Venezuela produce cocaine? No. Does Venezuela, or is Venezuela known ever to be a producer of narcotic drugs? Or even modern synthetic drugs? No. It's not Venezuela the problem as it relates to the use of drugs in the United States. It's Colombia and the United States itself and its population. So let's get it straight. These poor excuses. I heard a new excuse he made last night or yesterday. A so-called Mr. Trump. That no, they have unladen the crazy people and the criminals on us. Every day have a new excuse. Is that a reason to aggress another nation? Isn't there, or hasn't there been a war against drugs for how many decades now? Started by Bush back then. The introduction has been done and made by the Coast Guard. They have a very efficient Coast Guard, so running all over the Caribbean, inclusive. They have a shipwrights agreement with our Coast Guard and our nation's security services here. And they've been doing it. Why all of a sudden? Lies. But remember, because I round up here, Mr. Mills. Remember 1964, the Gulf of Tonkin, where they set up the poor Vietnamese. Well, I say poor in the context of it, they didn't know anything about this thing and they set them up. And they started a war. 200,000 troops into Vietnam. They had to snatch their tail and run at the end. Look what they did to Afghanistan. Look what they've done to Iraq. They've done in Iraq. Look what they've done in Libya. Lies. Look at what they did to us 42 years ago, brothers and sisters. 42 years ago. Right at us. Very soon, somebody may be playing the tape. Ronald Reagan got on the horn and told the world that we were building one of the biggest naval and air bases in the Caribbean with a runway of 10,000 feet. Our runway is not 1 inch more than 9,000 feet established by the makers of the then prominent aircraft Boeing 747. Lies! They said they invaded Grenada to save their students. The students had been, not for one moment, threatened in any way. Lies. That's all they know. I hear them talk to me, United States spread democracy. Is democracy violence and death? Well, I don't want to live in a world like that. United States is the greatest destabilizer in the world. All over the world, confusion being made. They are responsible. So don't come and tell me that we must suck up to them. And when they say jump, we must say, oh, hi, sir. No. This country is ours. They tried all the way to deprive us in this here country of gaining that international airport that is there. You all know. Well, go back and read. Instead of squatting bunker, but of course you have your right to give your views. Your views don't fall with the people who know and know the global history and efforts that the United States have made to destabilize the world, even the Caribbean here. From from the Dominican Republic to Haiti, to Guatemala, to El Salvador, Colmo, Maverick. We say no to any understanding between the United States to place any form of military assets on our airport. Young men and women in this here country, the assistance of the Cuban, built that airport with sweat, blood, tears in the night, day, morning, Saturday, public holidays, whenever. And they invaded us because they said that we were building a military facility. Why they want to use it? They came in and they changed it. Why they want to use it as a military facility today? Let the government know. And by the way, I must say, when next our thus referred to Prime Minister comes, pays a visit to Grenada, Mr. Mills, I would like you all to invite him to come on. Some Grenadians have some questions to ask him whenever he visits us again, because he's spending most of his time out of this country. As a matter of fact, by now this country should be given a reply to the United States on this matter. Where are we? What are we doing? How is this country being run by remote control or something? I say no more for now. But we say no.
Okay.
And I can go as far as to say that if the government of Grenada promised the United States to put any military assets on this here country's soil, raid installation or whatever, to aggress against a Caribbean country 120 miles from us, and nothing to do with whether they've been helping us or not, that is diplomatic arrangement amongst countries. It's because Venezuela is a politically independent, a sovereign nation state, and the United States has absolutely no right to tell them how to live their life and to decide for them. And when they say what they say, the Anybody else must jump. No. And that is democracy, people's right. Anything other than that is bullying. Anything other than that is terrorism. And this nonsense must stop. They have to be told no, and is no. And don't bother, brothers and sisters, but we can't do it on you. Now, why not? Why not? The people from this country that live in the United States legally are protected by international law. They can't do anything to them. And if our children choose to go to the United States legally, they can't do anything to them either. Cubans go to the United States, don't they? People from Afghanistan travel legally to the United States. Once they're legalized to go, they're ready, they go. So this all talk about things that we had to depend on. No, we don't have to depend on. We can, but there's another world outside here. Asia, Africa, Europe to a part of to an extent. South America, we can live without them. And this is not to do with the United States population, although they voted for the so-called president that they have there now. But it is the people who call the shots. I go back to say, the United States have no friends. They have interests. Thank you very much, Mr. Mills, for what it's worth.
Okay, thank you so
Have a nice
much.
day with you.
Okay. Wow.
That statement is a very interesting one in
Yeah,
in the global market.
They have interests.
Yeah, they have no enemies and they have no friends. All they have is interests. Today, if you serve my interests, well, you and I good. Tomorrow, you make a mistake and lapse. We don't.
Somebody just messaged me a while ago. I was just reading it, but they was asking a question, They're saying, why America wants to get Grenada involved into this so-called conflict, if there's going to be one, or maybe there's one brewing already. Because if America really wants to invade Venezuela, they don't need Grenada. They could stay in America, touch a button, and just wipe out Venezuela. I mean,
yeah, I understand that.
So why they coming to Grenada? Well, is that like a cover maybe, or some kind of a what's the reason? What is the real reason? It make me start thinking. What is the real reason?
The radar need a base.
But no,
needs somewhere.
They could listen, but they could put radars on the satellites on the moon. They could.
I know.
They have radars in the US.
Is a radar they come in and put so that why
they could install the same radar in the USA and reach Venezuela. Listen, this guy's spying from anywhere, wherever they want to do, And they don't even have to install a radar. They could have the radar on the ships in the sea, and monitoring whatever they want to monitor to. They don't have to be on land and all this kind of. Why they come to? Let me take a call. Vibes FM caller, come in. Caller. Hello.
Hey Kim, good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Morning,
Yes.
Kim.
Hi.
Morning, Mr. Koi.
Good morning.
Well, I know my friend come and enjoy the weather. It may start when calling him.
You could call it still you listening. Call it.
They're just calling him. But Kim, we're there in the 50s and my friend come up,
Well, you see, but you said, the numbers, you wanted that to sort of be a little bit closer to his age.
To his age, yes.
So, you're trying to make him young? Oh, what? Oh, you didn't realize?
No, he want to make himself young because
you want to feel young?
You want to feel my brother.
Well, something you could do, Kim, just put the 7 in front of the 5.
Okay, right. Okay, and the 7 is supposed to be in front of the 5 because the 7 is a bigger number.
Yeah.
You can't follow a smaller one.
Yeah, exactly. Kim, I haven't been listening to the conversation because I just got in the Bronx, traveling on the train. So then, but I realized it's a hot topic today, basically.
Yeah.
Concerning the US.
Yes.
But I think, my opinion on that, I think we have a government that's elected and is there responsible. And so far, the decision they've been making is very good and benefiting Grenada so far. So I don't really think that we should just keep sweating ourselves. People walking up. You have people calling me and tell me they can't sleep and all these things bothering them,
Yeah.
Oh. But Kim, I want to bring something into the picture that I don't hear nobody talking about. We got to realize, I remember But after the US had invaded Grenada, all right? You remember the British government wasn't pleased of it, all right? All right? All right. So then if America want to establish this radar thing, which might end up being our base, do you think that the British should be a part of the conversation too?
Well, maybe I don't know, how they go about, in governance, but maybe there should be. I don't know. I really can't really give a straight answer on that.
Because remember, Grenada's still under the British. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have the superpower coming to put like what might be like a military base in the sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because once America in somewhere, they're not going to live. And then the next country that might be threatened is Cuba. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I think British should be part of that conversation also.
Well, maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know because we have not heard from the government, the Prime Minister, as yet as to what the response is. Because the city has been considered.
And something came. Remember when Margaret Thatcher was there? Remember she kicked Haley to America. She get really upset, and then she wanted to go to court too about the invasion. Because she was like she shouldn't give them no right. So then it's just part of the conversation. You know what I mean? And then, okay, I've been following up the NNP meetings and stuff and then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And last night I was paying a really careful attention, and then nothing. I know they always jump on something. You know what I mean? Where they jump about the Cuban doctors, they jump about the fishing. You know what I mean? And this is a hard subject, and it seems like they're staying away too. Nobody want to talk. I listen to the Shell podcast. No question, no nothing. Everybody's staying away. So I think they may be waiting until the Prime Minister make a decision, and then after the judge, they're going to jump up and say, well, any decision based on what the Prime Minister makes, they're going to look to play the blame game now and say, if it was we will I do this,
Right.
But what I want the Prime Minister to do now is to take it to Parliament and let they call the names and let they say who they vote in and how they vote. You understand what I'm saying? Put them on the spot. I want the Prime Minister to do that. Just put them on the spot. And then basically we're going to know who vote and who didn't vote, who abstained. You understand?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just raised the thing about the British because I don't hear nobody mentioning it.
All right, okay.
I think so. You guys, we'll talk later.
Okay, take care. Thanks. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, 443-0101. 443-0101, 403-0101, and 458-1914. 458-1914. This topic, Koi, has been in the making for a while now, ever since you got that press release, and you realize it. But let me take another caller quickly before we continue. Vibes FM, caller you on the program. Caller, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon. This is Miss Alexis from the National Celebrations Committee.
Okay, yes, go. Yeah, okay. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to your listeners.
Okay, go right
So,
ahead.
as we know, Sunday is National Heroes Day, the 19th of October. We will be having a commemorative celebration in Grenada, and we want to have invite Caracou's people to come and join us.
Okay.
So in this, to facilitate this, we are putting a free Osprey boat on, which will be leaving Caracou at around 1 o'clock. We would like to fill the Osprey, so I think it can take up to about 200 people. So we're happy for to fill the boat and invite those who want to come down to Grenada and be a part of this celebration.
Well, that sounds excellent. That sounds excellent. 200. Have you said around 1 o'clock on Monday, right? Monday the 20th.
No.
Sunday.
Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday
sorry.
is the 19th.
Oh,
Sunday
yes, sorry.
is the actual 19th.
Oh, yes.
Monday is the holiday, but that's because it falls on the Sunday.
Right. Okay.
But actually, 19th is the 19th is the day.
So Sunday.
So
yeah.
yes. So, all those who wish to come that can fit on the boat, first come, first serve. Like I said, up to about 200 people. You're welcome. I understand there are free buses being provided to take people to Harveyvale to the ferry. And then when you get to Grenada, there will be buses available to bring persons down to the venue, which is in Granite.
Okay.
And then the ferry will leave at 9 o'clock, leave Grenada at 9 o'clock. So there'll be buses to take persons back to the ferry and then again at the other end. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for persons to come and be part of the party and be part of the event in Grenada.
Okay. Sounds great. Sounds great to me. As a matter of fact, I think you mentioned a number of 200, but it's gonna be more than that. I don't know. First come, first serve. First come,
yeah,
first serve.
I mean the ferry, whatever the maximum that is that the ferry can take, it's fine by me. But obviously there will be a limit to that.
Yes. Right. Okay.
But yes, and we're asking persons to wear something white. I'm not asking you to go out and buy anything special, but whatever you have that's white, please. That's the color of the day.
Right. Well, that's excellent. And so now, yes, and everything is going to be free of charge, right? There's no charges involved.
Absolutely, yes. No charge. The buses are free. The ferry is free. All you have to do is get yourself on them.
Okay, great.
And we're celebrating this year under the theme "Honoring Our Legacy, Inspiring Our Future." So we're also will be looking at dedicating the park, which will be the National Heroes and Heritage Park. There will be a sod turning ceremony. There will be the unveiling of a monument. So it's quite a ceremony that will be happening.
Yeah.
And something that I'm sure persons would really want to be a part of.
Well, definitely, especially sod turning, and there's going to be with the entertainment and everything that's going to be provided.
Absolutely, we'll have some entertainment. We're actually having Mr. Golden as well from Caracou, so there's representation from Caracou through the Mr. Golden link.
Okay.
So yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Just hope people will be able to attend and come out and join us.
Well, as a speaker, I could see the boats already filled. So.
Well, I hope so. I understand that there are a couple of persons in Caracou that you can contact if you're interested or you want more information. There is a flyer that has been that is going around, I guess, on social media.
Yes.
I'm just looking for the numbers that have been provided for you.
There's quite a number. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you've got our ad. You're playing the ad right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll have it. Here.
So that's the ad.
For me, yeah.
But in terms of sorry, I'm looking for Miss Jack's information here. She would have posted a flyer out to encourage persons to come.
Well, I'm seeing a couple of numbers that I give you now, and I would just
would you please? I'd be grateful if you do that. That way, that if persons want any more information, they can call Amanda or the other young lady that's listed there.
Amanda Mitchell, her number is 404-0062, or you can also call Lily Pascal at 534-1909.
Right, wonderful.
Yeah, those numbers are available.
Wonderful. So if you want more information, just call either one of them.
Right, okay.
And they'll be able to assist further.
Right, okay.
But I'm encouraging everyone. The invitation is there. It's open and it's free. Right. What more can you want, really?
All right, and just to let the listeners know too that the buses will be traveling through the villages, the different communities, 12 p.m. From 12 p.m.
Right, yes, it's on the flyer, yes. They'll start picking up persons because the ferry will leave, it's either 1 or 1:30, the ferry will leave.
Yeah, as soon as it's filled.
We start in Grenada at 4 o'clock.
Right, so there's enough time for them to get down there and take a little breather before they start.
Exactly,
right.
Exactly so.
Yes.
Exactly so.
Great. Lovely.
So I think that covers it. So like I said, I would encourage those who want to come, please, come along. no cost to you,
Mhm.
and come out and be a part of it. We have keynote speaker this year. We also have an address by the Prime Minister, of course. He and the Governor General will participate in the turning of the sod. So it's going to be quite an event.
Right. Okay. And we sometimes would say the price is right.
And the price is definitely right, in my opinion.
Okay,
It's
Mr.
a price I wouldn't I wouldn't miss that price.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing the information with us today. You know, it's very important that we know that, and looking forward to the celebration, and it's going to be a big success. I already seen it in front of me. Okay.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
You have a great day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let me go into more phone calls. Vibes FM caller. Thank you for waiting. Caller, you next.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yes. Go right ahead.
Afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Yes.
And how are you, sir?
Oh, not bad at all.
You're on the team. How is everybody? Everybody
Fine
all right?
and dandy, man. We're fine and dandy.
Right.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. What do you want to say now?
You got anything for me?
Not yet, but we're working. We're working.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Now, something I want to make clear. Now, if we look at the good word from the book, if we look at what's going on with Mr. Trump, look at the king, Herod. We are Herod. We have Pharaoh. We are Nebuchadnezzar. We have, look at him good. When we look at this, these are the things that they're going back to. This is what they tell you. This is the people that are going to be the world police. We must understand that we're going to the end of the time. And this man really have to control. And the people who making the excuse, they was also part of the communist system who had Grenada and a spell and an A's with the same pile of lie like Mr. Trump. You understand? And what Mr. Trump is trying to do is nothing strange to Grenadian. Do you understand? Because this was the same thing, the same set of people who undermine and sabotage the old ex-prime minister. Right? And when you reach to the point, that is the same people who underline the same ex-prime minister. They turn back and they sabotage Maurice and get rid of him. So then when they come back now and telling about people lying and people speaking this and people saying that, they must realize and touch themselves. You understand?
Okay.
They bump up the gum and they make all the nastiness. Them create this confusion in this place. Right? You understand? The same airport, all of them, they say when Gary talk about it, they say it's a basic billing for this and it's a that for that and that for that, and they didn't want the same people here. And then they come and they go and they bill it. Eh? They take over in 1979, the 13th of March, the 17th of October. Eh? They start airport. Where you get the plan and the deed right? Where you get the plan right? Where you get the sketch right? You start to work. Why these people will start to speak the truth and stop making nonsense to themselves? Right? Right? I don't understand. Big people must stop telling lies. I don't saying Trump right. I don't saying Trump right because the idea is, as the Prime Minister say, right? You need a peaceful country. You need a country, the Caribbean need a quiet place, a nice place. So why are you coming down here with this, right? But this is, they have their own personal problem. Their own personal problem. Just like how they had their personal problem with Gary. Just so Trump have a personal problem with Venezuela. You understand? So they must come to understand what they're going after. Them doing their thing. Them create all this thing in this place. You understand? Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, they must understand that is their word. And that is them. That is Trump. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Jeff, for your contribution there. Let me take another call, quick. Vibes FM, caller? Caller, you next. Caller, come in.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah.
My beloved brother.
Good afternoon.
And my elite friend, Kim the King, Teacher Kim, and Brother Coy. What a joy it is to listen to Vibes every Thursday. I can't find time because I have my own station to take care of, but I listen to you guys on a Thursday, and I hope you guys don't plan to cut off at 12 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock.
We're going.
I thank you for your service, especially to the diaspora. And Sir Kim, if everybody have their voice wherever their voices come from, but the only voice I have as somebody who was born in the Southern Grenadines is Vibes.
Yeah.
Kimberlyn.
Yeah.
pay attention now. I do not want to disclose all that I would have loved to disclose. And whoever know who it is, I don't care who don't know. But I serve Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatnik during the revolution. And I'm thankful to God for prayers. And not too many of your people, whether on the Grenada vibes or on a Carriacou vibe, even mention anything about God. But had it not been for the living God, Brother Coy, there would not be a Grenada and the Southern Grenadines today. And there is something that I learned when I was a child. It says, I think in the anthem, one nation under God, but a lot of us forget that. And it hurts me. Normally, I don't like to call because I know a lot of folks over the last 50 years would know my voice and they know who I was. But I thank God for the experience I had for the night of the 1979. And I thank God for October 26, 1983. And for all those of your friends who like to bash America because America like us, America hate us, I'm thankful to God for whatever happened and whatever was instrumental to happen on October 25th. So I am in the diaspora. I'm getting ready to come back to the Southern Grenadines to give my services, but I learned from one of your programs that those of us over 70 years who wants to come back home, we only want to come back home because we can afford the funeral service here in Brooklyn. But thankful to God, me, for those of you know who me is, I have an insurance and I'm going to bury in Carriacou and I have enough to cover me for my elect lady and the children and grandchildren to bring me back in Carriacou to bury me. I love you, Dr. Kim. I love you, Milton. And I'm getting an opportunity to see Uncle Leo in a while, but that's not your own business. Have a great program, man.
Take care, man.
God
Thank
bless you. Bless
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you so much.
He's on his way.
He's on
his way. He's on his way. Let's spread out red carpet for him when he comes.
No, definitely. You know, people like him. You know, I mean, we really appreciate it. And like I always say, you know, he's away from Carriacou.
But Carriacou is not away from him.
Carriacou is not away from him. Carriacou is in him. You know, and it's important. Speaking about the base, you know, the whatever radar.
It's not base or radar.
Radar, yeah. Do you remember back in 1997?
Peter Matnick.
Peter Matnick?
Yes, we taking a like then. I'm just taking them out. Yeah, there were demonstrations and there were protests.
I was in the forefront. I never forget it of the demonstration in Pitimatnik when they were going to install, the US was going to install this Coast Guard base there. We didn't want it. You remember that?
I remember it.
With meetings and meetings upon meetings, and we had demonstrations upon demonstrations and everything like that. You know, I never forget it. I was really, really, really involved in it. And I think, you know, that opinions, you know, our opinions, you know, matter. Because if we didn't do that, if we didn't step out and demonstrate and show that we didn't want it in Pitimatnik, they were going to build it. And you know what transpired in the end? If you remember, the ending of it is that instead of, because they were already ready to install the base and everything like that, they end up building the police station, right? That's how the police station ended up in Pitimatnik, you know. And it was a time when people were speaking out, and we're not fearful of our voices being heard and who say what and who didn't say what and things like that, you know. That was in the making. I ain't forget that. So now that people are speaking out and giving their opinions, fine. it's all well and good to do that, But at some point in time, we need to let our voices be heard as our opinions. Now, the government of the day has the authority, and we trust them that they're going to make the right decisions.
And what is the right decision? You trust them to make the right decision. So when I make the decision, how would you know if it's right?
Well, right? The thing about it, this is my view. In other words, like, we don't know enough as to what is required.
Okay.
I don't know enough to of what is required. So I can't really say, that we should go this way or we shouldn't go that way. Because all that was sent to us was a press release, if you remember. And it was a press release just saying that they were seeking a permission. So I don't know much more about that. But I would imagine that they're in discussions, all the advisors and everybody is there now, looking at the issues, looking at the head on.
And there was a meeting held here in the Admiral, head of the Southern Command, met with our officials yesterday. So I guess coming out of that, we might have some updates as to where we at and how close are we or how far we are.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, it's interesting to hear people's another person's
it's good. It's good. I like the idea of people speaking out,
yeah,
and voicing their opinions. And but like I say, in most instances, sometimes you want to know a little bit more before you could really say what you want to say. Listen to this. Now, this is when they were going to build the base in Peter Matnick.
Yes.
I was so involved in it that I penned the song and performed the song as well. Just going to give you a little bit of it.
You know, hear the cry, Peter Matnick people getting on wild. Yes, my friends, it's true. They getting support now in Carriacou. This is a matter of great concern. They have businessmen right now on the run. Politicians throwing water in their face. Look at where they're building the Coast Guard base. No way, you cannot do that. No way, we burning it flat. Go waste no money at all. It is better to build us a hospital. No way, you letting us down. Dr. Keith, we go burn it down. Our island is so unique. We don't want no basic meeting at it.
Right, you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I never forgot it.
Yeah,
I never forgot.
I remember myself because I came up. I was still based in Grenada, and I came up, and then of course that's a big thing for us in Grenada. The whole issue about the Americans building a base.
Yeah,
and so certainly, wow. So what you said? You burn it down flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
We tell Dr. Keith to listen. We go burn it down. And
wow.
We were serious, and we were not scared to voice our opinions then, We weren't.
And America did not do us anything?
No.
Because if the issue is America, if the issue is America, and we decide to disobey them, do what we want, do what we think is right.
Yeah.
They come back and retaliate against us.
No.
So in truth, we could have burned down flat.
but it's good. It's good that in this democracy. We could air our voices.
But and at the point, I'm making by saying all what I've said, we have the opportunity to speak. Yeah, we speak freely, and but these days the Simons do that. We don't want to speak. We are fearful. Because if we speak, what we know is true. What we know is true, not what another person knows is true. If we speak what we know is true, we would not be talking the way we're talking now.
Okay, let me try to take some of the calls quickly. Vibes FM, landline caller for us. WhatsApp callers, hold on. Hello?
Yes, Kim.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Good day to you and Coy.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yes, yeah. Listen, Kim, I like that song. I want to carry it too. So the next time I come to Carriacou, And you better do something to get it on my phone.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, I want to just put in my little piece. I am in total disagreement with any military installation on this island. Because America always wants some excuse. They will say something, and when in the end, it turns out to be something different. Right? For instance, look what happened in Iraq with Saddam.
Yeah.
They said there was weapons of
mass destruction.
boy.
Right. So okay. Right. Weapons of mass destruction. They set up the UN to carry out an investigation. But as you know, the UN is the US enemy.
Right.
So before the investigation could finish, Bush, we can't wait on that. Right? We're going to invade.
Mm-hmm.
So they went after Saddam. And what happened in the end? They found that after the UN completed the investigation, there was no weapons of mass destruction. So that was just the excuse to go and get the oil. Right? Get rid of Saddam and get the oil. Because any country oppose the US. They don't like that. They always want to remove the leader. So it doesn't matter change of regime. Right? So they get rid of Saddam, they took the oil, and hear what they said. We're going to pay you the same price as what you were selling on the international market. Right? So they said to Saddam, go to Iraq, and took the oil. Now, this whole thing about the Venezuela issue, they want to set up radar here, say, to have guided missiles, I guess, towards Venezuela. So it's not a drug thing that they're talking about, the drug, too much drugs. Drugs all over the world. Look at them zombies and them in LA with the fentanyl. Why they don't clean up their own mess they first? Eh? Drugs all over the world. So he's using this as an excuse to try to invade Venezuela. So don't come and set up anything in our country here. We're not going to be no part of that. I don't care what who saying they want to go to America and America land of opportunity. That's them. I stayed here all my years, and I made it. All my brothers and sisters went to the US.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They made it, but I stayed right here and made it too. So we don't need the US to say we need the US that we can make it. Some of us, the dominate, we have to go the land of opportunities, go and get easy thing, and that's all. But no, we're going to build this country just as how they go nowadays and build in America.
Yep.
Right? Because they give America the services. And I met yesterday with my sister. Right? She said, we need the US. I said, we don't need the US. I said, you all day. The US need you. Because you work all your life and you stay there and you give all the services to the US.
Right.
I gave all my services to my country here and stayed here.
Right.
And thank God today I'm enjoying a pension.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she's enjoying a pension out there.
Right.
Right? So I didn't need the US to survive. I never go and live there. Yes, I went in a vacation, just see the place come back. But I don't depend on the US for anything. Right? So I am in total disagreement for them to set up anything here. Don't involve us as a part of your plan to invade and mash up Venezuela and take the oil. This is what after. And they're using the drug cartel as an excuse. So somebody rightfully said a little earlier. Most of the drugs is from Colombia. Venezuela, as far as I understand, have the cocaine set up there. So why Venezuela?
Yeah.
And why you want to come here as a stepping stone to hop from here? No.
Okay.
I'm in total disagreement, and I applaud the interview with Chester and on the TV the other day when he defended it. I applaud you, Chester, right? And so I'll just end here. I could go on and talk about other countries where America beat and all they did was just mash up the place when took what they wanted and went out. But let's just close up at this time. So, Kim, thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure, always, okay? Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, okay, bye. Next caller, thank you for waiting. Caller, what's up, caller? Come in.
Good day, Kim. How are you doing?
Okay, not bad at all. And you?
Well, I'm here just to share my 2 cents on what are the few developments lately with the United States and Grenada.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is my take on it. And what I have to say is in line with that of emotions. But I said that to say Kim. No, our Prime Minister in Grenada has stood up openly, right? And he said he was willing. They put out a statement. He was willing to be a mediator in solving the problem within Venezuela and the United States of America, right? Now, that was said a while back. I think he even had a problem with the opposition saying that he was down in Venezuela, which wasn't true. But that was good leadership skill of our Prime Minister. Now, I listened to the interview with Mr. Humphrey, former Speaker of the House in the lower house of Parliament. And to me, a lot of them, it seems like they're missing, it come across to me like the individual has some hatred for America. I guess that dates back to whatever happened through the revolutionary times. But now we're in different time where we have diplomatic, we have no overthrowing of government, etc. So if America send through, they send a request through the U.S. representative down in Grenada here. They have every right to do so. What I was looking at to hear from these people and them who've been in Parliament and been through different arms of government, trade unions, etc. I was looking to hear a clarion call for the CARICOM member states to come together and have a meeting with the same admiral that came down here, because they keep asking Caribbean countries to set up things individually. For example, they run to the aid to Guyana with a problem with Venezuela. Trinidad, even not so long, they give them authority to the Dragon Bay gas thing that they have going on down there. The Prime Minister met with Rubio after the United Nations address. And up to now, Kim, so much are educated personnel out there, and they take over media and television, but none of them not making a clarion call for the CARICOM member states to have a group meeting to address this issue. That's one take on it. Nobody calling for that. I was looking at the here, Mr. Humphrey said so, but I keep hearing more arrogance. I even hear he went a step further to say, just now we might have solely stopping vehicle and fucking vehicle in Grenada. And I'm wondering to myself, well, if they say yes, why did we should not have been all there. As a matter of fact, the Prime Minister, the request was made, the Minister for National Security, the Prime Minister, or the Mr. Andal, Foreign Affairs Minister, they didn't even get a chance to sit down on this thing as yet, to see the request, to get a feedback on it. Mr. Thompson and them did so just yesterday. So they're going to get to us and let us know, well, hey, if this makes sense to Grenada or if it doesn't make sense to Grenada. But a lot of these people out there, they're showing a lot of aggression towards the call by America, I guess, based on what happened in 1983. Which I find it should not be. Let's go through the diplomatic channel and let the relevant people deal with that. And then they're going to get back to us. We don't need so much of people from the 1983 hatred, because Venezuela has benefited Grenada, as well as the United States of America has been and still benefiting Grenada. So we need to be careful, and I want people to hear that. We need to be careful how and what we say about the United States of America and Venezuela at the same time, because we have diplomatic channels, and these are both countries that Grenada get aid from. So we have to be a bit careful and not going out with our emotion. I, for one, with the setting up of our military assets and radar, I would need more info on it. I can't just go ahead and say, well, no or yes. I need to hear what were the terms and conditions that they offering towards Grenada in putting up these things here. And it would only come from after briefing from the relevant authorities. So we just have to wait, and we have to stop projecting and saying all manner of things. And there are some people out there who's misleading the nation with this whole thing. CARICOM member states by now, I think Mr. Holness is in charge, is the chairman of CARICOM. It's time for them to come together and have a meeting with the United States. Stop interfering in Caribbean business. Let them know how they feel on it. Then. That's my take on it. Let them know how they feel with the development. And even we out here talking about how this thing going to affect and what America might put up from us. But what about if a hurricane passing Grenada today? And what about if Guyana say that we're not supporting Grenada because they did not support the fact of allowing America to set up base in Grenada. So we're not supporting them because America is supporting us against Venezuela or Trinidad. You understand? So this thing need a CARICOM. They need to have meeting to CARICOM with this whole thing with the United States. And not just people out here just saying all sorts of craziness and projecting a lot of fear scheme.
Yeah.
We pass the stage for that, man. We're making too much fears in they're passing too much fears in Grenada. Making the place so scary as if, well, America might bomb us or they might block us with this or they might block us with that if we don't agree to it. But nobody not listening to hear, well, what the government might have to say in the press briefing lately. When the press briefing do come out, then what's going to happen to a lot of us? Like, for example, the guy who came and said they might stop vehicles in the road, they will just start searching us, and all our right to go out the door. No, this is not 1983, this is 2025.
Yeah.
It's different, you know?
It is.
So we just have to calm down, and you have a section of people I realize somebody, I wouldn't say journalists, are calling them journalists right now, journalists. Because they come now like, you know, the people on TikTok and Instagram. I don't expect that from some of the young folks. But these people and them need to do a lot of investigative journalism. Take, for example, I have noticed yesterday, Kim, and I say it with no apology. After the meeting done in police headquarters yesterday, a particular journalist was rushing towards the Americans to get a comment on such a high level thing, and the RRU officer to be asking her to move. Take your time. There will be a time when the Grenada government will have a press briefing and you could ask them the question. These people did not come here to be asked questions from you. Mm-hmm. They came on a high level meeting for national security.
Right.
You know what I mean, Kim?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a lot of craziness what just going on and you have some asking where the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, come on. The Prime Minister have an advisor, just as the President. The President in himself, a lot of things, the President don't have to be there in that meeting. What's Marco Rubio? What is his purpose? Or what is Admiral purpose? That's why Admiral came down here. Admiral came to represent the President and Marco Rubio.
Yep.
So the Prime Minister has his advisors, your permanent secretary, your commissioner. You don't need to be here for something like that. It's not something that is at a threat level that where we have to call DEFCON, where he has to be here. So people need to understand these things. I don't know why I'm hearing I've seen all this craziness on social media, and I'm wondering, what's going on outside here? What's happening with us? No, we need to calm down. That's this is what happening in Grenada right now. Mm. We need to calm down and let the relevant authority deal with this thing, and they will get back to us. And then we question them upon that. You even have programs where, like your program, and I'm calling out all of them because I don't be on all programs. GPN to the point. The Real FM up north. Your programs where you could call and share your view. In some cases, they may be biased. But you could call out DM with PM. There's places to share your views and ask questions and you will get answers.
Yeah.
But you got to be patient and you got to wait. Stop blowing this thing out of proportion. And I know there's a lot of people who have a hatred for the current president of the United States. But don't let that cloud your judgment into overthinking a situation that may be so simple to deal with. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
So we need to calm down. Just calm down a bit. Just calm down. Just calm down and let the thing play out itself and get where it needs to be. And,
right.
You know, Kim?
Yep.
So that's my contribution.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? We need to calm down. You
Calm
see how many
down.
times he mentioned calm down? We need to calm down.
Calm down.
You
Calm
see, there's this
down.
excitement in the end. Everybody wants to be advisor. Everybody want to feel that they have the opinion, that is the best opinion, and those in authority should listen to what they're saying and abide by it or whatever, you know. And that shouldn't be the case because we put them there to make decisions. So let them do what they have to do. Let them do the work. But for the neck of it, they getting out there and they're very vocal.
I just picked up there a while ago that there seemed to be some kind of protests in Grenada at this time on mainland. I mean, yeah. I saw it a while ago there. I'm just trying to go over it again. But
what the protests about?
About what is happening with American
What's
Grenada?
happening? Nothing happening with
No,
American
I'm saying that the Grenadians
over the request
that
was made to Grenada,
and Grenadians are saying they're coming out and demonstrate with placards, all kinds of things. And so I'm saying we don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm just I'll get it. It's on Facebook.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I mean, they demonstrating to give their opinion, or
but there are no other protests in terms of they don't want Grenada to be or America to be coming on.
So they're trying to send a message to the government.
Yes, and as well as government. So we don't want that. Take your thing and go. If you start already,
did the government make a decision?
No, government make a decision. I ain't saying that the government going here or here. I'm just saying this is what is happening in real time. Somewhere in St. George's now people.
No. I could understand if a decision is made
and
then you start to react. You start to, but before that is even done, you're already out there. Vibes FM caller. Let me take the call. Vibes FM caller.
Hi, hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good
afternoon. Yeah, we afternoon.
Yes, regarding the situation. Hello, Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, regarding that situation, personally, I would not like it to be placed on the island, number one, because of security measures. And it's a great danger because once you're an accomplice to fight an enemy, you become a target. And knowing the relationship between Venezuela and Grenada for years, there was no problem between, I think, Guyana and Trinidad, who have the problems with Venezuela. I think Trinidad is the one who encouraged the US president to bring the ideas down there. And I think she should accomplish them and not Grenada, without no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, caller? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead. Yeah, we're still listening to you. We're listening to you still.
Yeah,
yes.
So I was saying, I think that's where the problem should lie in the hands of Trinidad. Because if you think about it carefully, Guyana is not saying much about that. But Trinidad is the one that's airing them out. Well, not they, but her, the Prime Minister.
Kamala.
Which is not, she's problem. She causes it.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking to that man in America who doesn't care one bit about Caribbean Islanders. All he cares about is enriching his pocket in terms of family affairs in business. The oil is in Venezuela. He could go and build hotels there. He could do all what he wants. Like bring Venezuela back to the old days. That's what he wants to do. So he is condemning what's going on now and what Venezuela was before. He wants to bring it back there so he could inherit some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's all I have to say.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much, Jay. So now the statement that was made, where it says they stopped operating inland night. That's what they said.
Yes, it said they will now concentrate and focus on land, acknowledging that they have full control
of
on the sea.
drugs and the sea.
On the sea.
So they're going to control the drugs on the land.
Yeah, where it leaves the land to go on the sea. So they control on the sea. Now they're going to where it originates from. Because you talk about they have a kind of factory and all kind of things like that and so on. I mean, it's a comprehensive move. They ain't going halfway. They control on the sea, and whatever they find on the sea suspicious, they are to have evidence. But so they're blowing it out at the sea, sink it. And you know what I heard the president said last night that you after they hit the boat, you go in the sea and you see all the fentanyl.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I saw a release like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, and you see all those things there
Floating.
I mean, come on. Yeah, this is an interesting documentary. You know, to if we try to ask and look at the whole issue about, you know, the America and the Caribbean at loggerheads. Yeah, war erupts in the Southern Caribbean. Yeah.
But I refer to Trump as a loose cannon, you know. Listen.
You refer to him what as a loose cannon?
Yeah. It's a loose cannon, you know. Listen, any time, you know, when you have a loose cannon, they could just go anywhere, do anything, anytime, you know.
Any direction.
Any direction.
See,
You know.
Yeah.
No,
But yeah, man, this
No, because the things that he's saying and what he's doing is doesn't match, doesn't come together as one, because you're talking drugs and the movement
and crime. Of course, he well for his homeland on American soil, he will see drugs.
Yeah,
as one of the motivating factors to go after them. Boy, tell you.
Let me open back the lines. 443-0101. 443-0101. 403-0101. You can call any one of those numbers. You can also call 458-1914. 458-1914. And there's quite a number of little pockets of conversations going on in and around our country right now. Vibes FM, back to the lines.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Jim.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Donald Trump, boy, I know he on the 70 when he's young. He's a loose ball, man. He don't play. He's a nutcase, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He do all them stuff to them girls and all that. He's a nutcase.
Oh boy. Just imagine. Right. Okay. But imagine, you know, we have that as a president. And not even that, you know, the world is looking up to whatever is taking place, you know. They're looking at what's taking place right now. And a lot of decisions, a lot of countries are, you know, are making suggestions, and who knows where this is going to go. But I personally think, you know, that a decision will be made by our Prime Minister in time to come.
Well, I mean, I don't think he had a choice, does he?
In time to come.
Yeah, I mean, because
it's not a decision I believe that they have to.
If I request,
you don't have to rush it.
But did I hear somebody said on the call this morning that he was supposed to answer, reply to the request already, and of course the person was making the point that
the press release didn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was not on the island, and you know, people are just saying things. I don't know. As I said, today's listening day. Yeah, so I'm listening.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, what? Yeah. Well, you see, they're trying to say that, you know, these things are happening and it's not on the island.
Yes.
To address the issues.
Uh-huh.
But like one caller said earlier, you don't have to be there. You know, you have people there right now. Look where I am. I'm not in my business.
But your business functioning.
My business functioning. I have people representing me, and they could make decisions too. They have the authority to do that.
Yeah.
So what's the big deal?
I don't know if you pick up that comment, but one of the callers can think about the person right now. One of the callers said that when the Prime Minister pays a visit, implying, of course, you know the implication. He lives abroad.
Yeah,
he lives outside. So when he pays a visit again, we could ask him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, boy, this is what it is. So this is what it is. So he's leaving outer going.
Yeah.
And visiting us.
Yeah, so when he visits us, go ask him questions.
Yes, ask him a question.
Vibes FM caller, come in.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm calling for the program.
Yes, go ahead.
Good afternoon to your panelists.
Yes, good afternoon.
My take on the situation is that Grenadians have to learn to wait, right? They have to learn to wait, and the Prime Minister, everybody knows he's very intelligent, and he will make his decision. It's either a yes or it's either a no. So I have all this wahala and all this problem. They have to learn to hold on and wait
until the decision is made. Everybody just being their view. Look today, I hear somebody say that they're planning demonstration to demonstrate pertaining to the same situation. Grenadians have a nasty attitude. They have to learn to hold on and wait. I trust my Prime Minister, and any decision he make, I support him. That is my take.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much. Next caller. Next caller, Calvin.
Good afternoon
Yes,
to everyone.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's the reason why we have professionals around. And where is the man that say he's the grandfather in the house? Time for Papa to pick up his stick and show his strength. I don't hear him, Papa. Where the boss?
Yeah.
He said, don't cost me, lady, because I'm really want to hear him.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing too. He's been around for the longest time. And he have the great ties with America. So let's all get together. It's not about green or yellow, but let us put our resources together and do what is right in the best interest of Grenada and all of Grenadians.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everyone.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you
you
so
too.
much.
Take care. Thanks.
As that caller just mentioned there, Grandpa has an interest, in the US,
Well, I mean, if you are interested in the US, yes, he has wealth of lot of investment there. I mean, so I don't know if I don't want to speculate at this time. In fact, let me keep to my position, listening.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much right now. I mean, I don't understand, boy.
But we don't expect to hear nothing much from the opposition, eh? I'm telling you why, because they realize.
I mean, openly.
Yeah. They'll speak among themselves. Vibes FM? Hold on. Vibes FM, caller? Caller, go ahead.
Cannot stop keeping on 20 years.
Yeah, caller.
Hello?
Yes, you're on. Turn
Good
off
afternoon.
turn off your radio, please. Turn it down, yes, and listen to me. And phone? Yeah, you're on now. Hello? Caller?
I want $300 million.
Caller?
I want fish to go back to start exporting my fish to
But I thought somebody answered a while ago there.
Yeah, somebody did answer, but I think.
you have a radar?
No, I think he's listening to. Yeah, you're on, caller. There's some noise in the back of you. Not be able to listen to me carefully. Yes, move away if possible, so you could have a conversation. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Two different persons.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Yes.
Mr. Coy.
Hey, afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm standing and listening.
How is my friend, Mr. Leo?
Oh.
He's all right.
Yes, he is okay.
Hey.
He's okay.
I ain't hearing all you a little low.
No, I'm saying, yeah, no, we're hearing you perfect, yeah. You're not hearing us?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, you're here.
I'm saying good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. How are you doing? You good?
Your phone?
Yes.
Yeah, listen to on the phone, please.
Good evening, Mr. Coy.
Hello, I'm listening, I'm answering.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm standing.
And Mr. Kim?
Yes, I'm fine.
I just saying good afternoon to all my friends this afternoon. How are you doing?
Hey, who's the voice?
I know Glenda.
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, I just saying good afternoon to everybody this afternoon.
Okay. All right. We say good
I
afternoon
hope
to you.
everybody is doing fine.
Okay. We are. We're okay. And hope
So good evening, Miss Glenda, saying good afternoon to everybody.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
She's not listening on the phone. Maybe the radio is a little bit of a problem there. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but the voice, I didn't pick it up early.
No,
I mean, because
well, sometimes some phones depends on what you're using. It sometimes changes your voice and everything like
as
that.
we on that day with Miss Glenda, I also think we want to say hello to our good friend there in Victoria,
Marshall.
Marshall, yes, good afternoon. Yeah, it would be nice to hear your voice, Brother Marshall. We're living in some interesting times, and your words of wisdom will surely help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me try to go to the next call.
Brother
Okay.
Marshall.
Vibes FM caller, come in. Caller, you next.
Yes. Good afternoon, Kim, and your
Yeah. Good
your
afternoon.
co-host. Well, I'm
Good
so
afternoon.
happy. I'm so happy to hear Miss Glenda voice this afternoon. I mean,
Yeah.
You remember I called you radio and was inquiring what's happening with her.
You did, yes.
So I'm happy to know that she's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Miss Glenda, try and take good care of yourself because we miss your voice over the couple of weeks.
Okay.
I'm happy to know that you are okay.
Yes.
Kim, I want to share my little piece here this evening.
Yeah, go right ahead.
We learn as we go. Yes, we learn as we go. We are not old to learn. When this thing started with the US, there was a point in time that I said our prime minister, who was outside of the country on official business, should return to attend to that meeting that had to take place. That was my position because I felt as the leader of the country, he should have been here. But someone made a comment and I got a different perspective of the whole thing. Because here was just some people in the army coming to visit Grenada. And why should our prime minister be meeting with someone at that level? It was not the Secretary of State or the Secretary of Defense, whatever. It was just someone in the army.
Right.
And we had the Commissioner of Police. We had the person responsible for advising the Prime Minister on security matters being there, and the Commissioner's deputy. So, when I analyze this thing, I've always said this gentleman named Deacon Mitchell is not the usual people who will meet. He's a sophisticated individual. No, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's a very sophisticated individual. And I think that was a deliberate move on the part of the administration to have those persons meet with the individual who was coming in, and they brief them as to what was said, and then they deliberate on the action, because it was military things that they had to deal with.
Okay.
And those people are more security matters, and those people are best suited to do that. The Commissioner of Police, who has been a career police officer, the man who advised the Prime Minister as career police officer, Mr. Prince from Chantemele is a career police officer. All of them have security things behind them. Deacon Mitchell know that. He has to make a political decision, however, based on the advice that he gets security-wise. And I think that will come imminently. But our people are just, I don't know. Kim, I when you make comparisons, people say, well, when it is wrong, you have to make comparisons. Not because we do it before, you have to do it again. But I've been living in Grenada now 62 years. So take out 6 out of that, because I lived 6 years in Trinidad for one time. And it's not that I've been removed from Grenada for 40 plus years. So what is happening now is not strange. It is not unusual. But there are some people, my God, will give you the impression that Grenada is mashing up. Now, when you listen to some people's discussion, it's like Grenada is Gaza,
Yeah.
A decimated place.
Yeah.
It is very I know the defeat in 2022 was very devastating for a lot of people. And up to now, they have not come to terms with the realization that the NDC, those babies with Pampers, cut the ass out of Kit Mitchell and others. No, I'm telling you, a lot of them cannot come to that state to accept that up until now. And to every single day, whether it is not on Facebook, whether it's not on some of them podcasts, wherever they find that little avenue, they have all sorts of derogatory things to say. And I'm asking myself, and I will continue to ask, and we should continue asking, if something is wrong, it is wrong. But I know, I've been here. And Kim, I realized they all opened a can of worms the last time about victimization last week with that same Tafor thing. And the number of persons that came to my mind that was victimized under the past administration. And they said nothing. They did not open their mouth. I mean, you is in the media, and maybe you have expressed certain, measures they have taken against you. But most of them other people remain quiet, silent. This have not been told to the public,
Yeah.
And they suffered a lot.
Yep.
Under Keith Mitchell and the NMP. And my question is, where was the voice of those persons?
Yep. They just found the voice. Yeah, no, you're right, caller. I mean, where were they all the time when all these things taking place and what they went through, and still not.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but I think the decision will come. It is something that has a lot of repercussions for us.
Yeah.
Whether we agree, whether we disagree, but I believe the decision should be no, and we stand whatever consequences there is. We would not die. It may affect us with how this madman operate in terms of what he decide to do afterwards. But we would not dead. We will not die.
Yeah.
We will survive. And I mean, that is where the resilience, and some of us say, Grenadians are really resilient other people with this, what I mean? Now is the time to be tested.
Yeah.
And the Prime Minister and his team is now in Africa. I think they're winding up their visit. Well, it has winded up already because Africa is way in front of us.
Yeah.
So the relationship that is being built, that connection that are being made, that is what we should concentrate on. Because I'll tell you something. America is not the only place that we should be looking at to do business. Yeah, a lot of us want to run to America and do all sort of things. But we are now realizing the gravity of the situation. And we have, if you have a partner in business and things are not going your way, you have to look alternatively to find a better partner in terms of going forward if you want to survive in business. And that is what the government of Grenada is doing. They have to find alternative trading partners who is willing to invest in grain and all of those things. America only do things in their own interest. And we have to ask ourselves, after the invasion, the pretext that they have used to come here, after that invasion, what have America really done in terms of the advance, the development of Grenada? What it is? I mean, the same Americans, the little factory that we have there, with the help of those people who was injured, give it away to other countries. The trucks and tractors, they mash it up. Those things that would have been used for the further development of our country. America they don't like us. They like to sell whatever they could get out of it. So they use us in any way that they could to advance their own cause.
Yep.
That is what it is.
Yep.
So I mean, we and the people of Grenada, I mean, people have to understand that. Yes, Deacon is the leader of this country, but he's not the only one that is leading Grenada. I want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
He may be the leader of the country, but he's not the only. He may be there, but it's not his ideas alone. He relies on a lot of other people in terms of ultimately making his decision. He's a very wise individual. That is why give Deacon Mitchell another 5 years in office, and no other Caribbean country will be able to see Grenada in terms of its development and advancement. Look at the strategic move that it is making, the things that the government is doing. It's like when you're building a house. Kim, you build the foundation first, and then you go up with the building. I mean, Kit Mitchell was in office for 20 plus years as the prime minister of the country. And some of the things that Deacon Mitchell is now doing should have been done 20 plus years ago. And people don't understand the significance of that. Well, at least some of them. They're supporters because they always want to be in office. They want to do regardless of what is happening. I mean, you know, it's a pity. It's a pity. But I don't want to take up all of your time. Let us wait on the decision.
Right.
The security forces have been briefed as to what America wants. Now this thing has to be they have to sit down and discuss it all and then come up with an ultimate decision, which I believe would be in the interest of Grenada. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Scholar's right. You see, that's what you need to do. Wait and see. Vibes FM. Next caller Yon. Caller, come in. Caller?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, yes, Yon. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Oh, I'm calling to comment that your last speaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm calling to commend your last speaker.
Yeah.
Well said, well spoken. No, your last caller.
Yeah, okay.
I'm commending him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Well said. Well done.
Well done. Okay. Thank you so much again. And we encourage you, we still have some time to go in the program. If you want to call on your concerns, your views, give your opinions, there is the program where you can do so. The telephone number again, 403-0101. 403-0101. 443-0101. And 458-1914. 458-1914. Next caller you on now. Caller, come in.
Yeah.
Hello, yes.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, you're on.
Just thinking about you.
Good afternoon to my two compares. Yeah.
Yeah, just thinking about you, boy.
And with my other compare, you come up.
You're up there.
You're by me.
You're by you.
Well, I know
listen,
I know you listening. I know you listening. So compare.
Caller,
Okay, go ahead.
when you ask where is your compare, I say I'm saying that we send him to deal with Trump. Yeah. Go and see what happened on that side and report back to us.
He's not a psychiatrist, so don't do that. Yeah. You put him through that. He's not a psychiatrist. And you compare you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. I know you're listening. Good afternoon, compare you.
Yeah.
The caller that spoke before the one that last spoke,
yeah,
he spoke well. But I just want to add a little more to it. Putting off your trip that you've been planned, that could have been in the planning and the making for months, weeks, months, to come back to deal with something that the security forces could deal with. I don't see why people are saying that. And I want to call a name from your island. I see she on Facebook getting on about he's in the country is in crisis. The country is no crisis. Nothing that the security forces back home can handle. It's not that we've been attacked by guns and bombs. Diplomacy could handle that level of conversation. Diplomacy, and then we have a foreign minister as well that could handle that kind of situation. And he's capable, very capable. So I see why his trip had to be canceled because of that. Second, that trip, as I say, was planned, could have been in the making for years. And some of them saying that he more out of Grenada than in Grenada. And a good compare of mine, I go calling him as he make a comment on Facebook and he made me laugh. He said the old people used to say, if crab and walk, you can't get fat.
That's so true. Eh? That's true.
And that is so true.
Yeah.
And the foreign minister will always say, if you're in there at the table, and if you have a seat at the table when there's food sharing, you don't get to know.
Yeah.
You gotta be there.
You got to be out there when the meeting is being called and negotiate for your portion, for what you want. You think they'll call you on the phone and ask you what if you're not there? Nope. You got to be out there.
Yep.
And he don't come back with no briefcase full of money. He just come back with stuff planned to
Opportunities.
help the people of Grenada.
Opportunities.
Yep.
Projects to help the people of Grenada. Scholarships for the children, the young people, and whoever else, teachers and whoever else want to go and study, further their studies. That's what he does come back with. He is very intelligent, and as the guy said in the photo earlier on, he does listen to people. He does do more listening than speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
He does listen before he speak. And he reminds me sometimes of the great President Barack Obama when he's speaking. He think before he speak. He don't just spew out words. You may he pause for a minute while he talking is because he's thinking. And I like that about him. And I think whatever the results is, I will welcome it because I know it's well thought of and they're well put in. And they will know things that we don't know.
Definitely.
And they know things that they can't share.
Right. That's what I've been saying for the longest while. We don't know a lot to be making all this kind of suggestions, you know. They have everything in front of them,
They will know things that we don't know and things that they know. There's some of the things that they know cannot be shared. You know that, Kim. I know you know that too. There are certain things that they cannot reveal. Because if they reveal it, it will bust the whole purpose or defeat the whole purpose of it. So let me wait and stay. And we've been saying the opposition staying quiet. I think they're right to stay quiet. Wait.
Don't force them.
Until,
I said, don't force them. They might just say something that they might regret saying. So just let us, you know.
But it's the same thing I'm saying to us. We should wait and see. So they should wait and see as well.
Certainly.
And there are some of those ugly heads rising now saying all kind of things. They should be shutting up too.
Well, I don't know where they come from. I told the truth. You know? Yeah.
You don't know?
They come out from they come out from under the carpet.
One person said to me,
there was another.
One of them was coming from under the bus. the truck. Remember the tractor trailer?
Let's just wait.
Yeah.
Let's just wait and see and hear. And then if you have any comment to make, then after you hear what was said, then you could make a comment. But all for now, I wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
So you have a good day. And tell my girl in Karakuta, please stay quiet, please. Because she's only making a fool of herself.
Yeah, you girl. I know he's a girl. You have to tell me he's a girl.
Call him or whistle. Call him or go whistle.
She first name begin with T. and the party she leading the first name of the first letter and it is C.
Yeah. Hope.
I think it's change, not change hope.
Yes.
No, it's CH, man.
CH, change for hope. Yes, C for change for hope and somewhere else.
I tell you. I saw it on Facebook, so I tell you, I'm asking you. C.
Yeah.
CH, change hope. And she first name begin with C. So the last man I know had a party, and the party start with G, and the first name start with G, and your last name I should say start with G.
And where's him now?
It wasn't G. It wasn't Grenada United Labour Party. It was Gary United Labour Party.
Yes.
All the nice.
It was Gary United Labour Party, GULP.
Yeah.
And
she have what?
And in this case, now, how would you fit in the current opposition leader? Not the opposition leader. His name started with K. And how we can fit that in now in the whole political sphere? Just as how you.
He's going to keep Grenada safe, don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Keep going, that's it.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Yes.
Okay, caller.
Yo.
Thank you so
All
much,
right.
man. Thank you. Take care, man.
You take care.
All
You
right,
too,
All
man.
right. Have a blessed day.
Okay.
All right, good.
A little humor is good, eh?
Of course.
You see, we are able to converse.
So why what reason again we gotta get vexed and from up and do a kind of thing? Why?
It doesn't make any sense, No, we have to be more mature than that, But you'd find now that some people are short circuited.
Yeah. But again, too, we can. I mean, some people really went through some trauma, and we might not understand why they behave the way they behave. I mean, some people really gone through some pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they mightn't be talking now, but the point is that it ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. It ain't easy.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, the lines are still open. I'm going to keep the lines open for the rest of the show. 403-0101, 403-0101, 443-0101, and 458-1914. 458-1914. Next caller you on. Caller, come in.
Mr. Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Before you are through, I'm getting a feedback.
Okay, let me take care of that. Okay, righty. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but much better now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think about Mr. Roro. I speak of the absence of the Prime Minister. Okay. I heard, I think, it's Chester. I think so, speaking last night, pick it up on social media. And, like the Prime Minister is always out of the country. Where them guys get this thing from? Okay. Maurice used to travel regularly. Maurice, the number of countries he had to go to for the short time he was there as Prime Minister. He had to attend meetings with the Arab League, with the non-aligned movement and others. Okay? Because he was seeking help from those organizations. And if you stay home in Grenada, he have nothing to get. Gary used to travel. Kids used to travel so regular that a Californian did a song, he said that he hopping plane like bus. Okay? Now it's Deacon turn. People having problem with that. The Prime Minister ain't getting up on his own and go to a country now. They invite you. Now, on social media, I picked up that he was invited to Ghana. So he didn't plan on his own to go to Ghana. He was invited to Ghana. I mean, nobody invite him. He don't go nowhere. They invite him, he go. There are people in Grenada, they envy us.
Yep.
They feel that, okay, it shouldn't be Deacon. But they can't go because they are not Prime Minister. When the Foreign Minister have to travel, he have to travel. The meeting that they hold in that concern Foreign Affairs, he can't send me. He have to go. He can't send you. The young lady from St. John's, the minister, the one that with the environment, James.
James, yeah.
When they invite her to a meeting, she have to go. She can't call Mr. Coy and say, Mr. Coy, could you go and represent me in that meeting in the United Nations or with the European Union? She have to go. So why these people having problems with the Mr. traveling? He not using the Grenada post. He ain't using their pocket. If I invite you to a forum, I'm responsible for everything concerning you. Okay? You have to go because you are part of it, and what you have to say on the table may matter as much. We can hold that meeting without you, and then call you on the phone to inform you or to send you an email. Why this guy is so stupid? Look how regular Trump does travel. Look how regular. Look the Prime Minister in England. How long he came in office? And he have to travel. Look how regular they traveling. Declan Mitchell, they feel well, look, his back is narrow. Okay? So they could span it with their hand and break it. But John McCain, don't take chance with small things, let us look hard. The man is doing Grenada's business. And he's not going, and you don't know whether he go on his own or whatever, like one man used to do, because you understand, he had business in New York, and at times he had to go and attend to it. Okay? This Prime Minister we have, he don't have business overseas on his own. He going on Grenada's business. And if people ask him to come to their country for a meeting, whatever, it is in Grenada's interest for him to go. Now, if he didn't go to Africa, could we have gotten that money from Dangote and the bank in Africa? Affection Bank?
Yeah.
Could he have gotten that? St. Kitts Prime Minister was going regular too, and what the monkey get? If you don't go, what you gonna get? You go remain hungry. These guys it's time that Grenadians stop this stupidness. Respect the office of the Prime Minister. Part of his office is to travel. There's a young man in the government. I said, if he had to marry my sister, I'd have think about it before. Because he's very busy. I'm going to call his name. Andy Williams. Andy Williams, as a young fella, is very busy since he became part of the government. He's busy about the country. He's busy in traveling overseas on behalf of the country. And come on, there are people that you as a leader will have more confidence in based on what has to be done. And we should be happy to know that these children, they are intelligent enough to go and speak on our behalf. Thank you very much. But somebody stop that stupidity.
Yeah.
You see Mr. Rolo? Mr. Rolo better saying than that. And he's very disrespectful. He is other place to question the traveling of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister ain't go on holiday. He don't go on holiday. And if he's due for holiday and he go there, then that's his business. It's good for him. Here you find it. So if he come back today and next week, the World Bank summon him and the finance minister to a meeting, what he should do? Stay home and then they go run the mouth on him. No, I don't want to get vexed in the politics, but sometimes these big people and them, they only big in size, but inside they are very small. Good day.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. But Koi, speaking about travel and talking about the things that they have to do, if you look at these ministers and this government, their itinerary, listen, they don't have time for themselves,
Well, certainly. I mean,
it's all for country. It's all for country.
And there are times you have to deal with certain issues on behalf of your country, not only with other countries, but organizations. Yeah, you have to be able to be engaging with IMF. You have to be able to be engaging with the World Bank. Yes, the Minister for Finance is going to be there, but as the leader, I mean, it's a critical thing. You want to ensure that everything is right.
You have to be there. Your presence is very, very important. That's the only way you get things done, If you're not there, I could say at the table, you can't get nothing to eat. Vibes FM caller?
Yeah, Kim.
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
I told you Rolo need a horse whipping, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right, okay. Yeah, if you're not present at the table, you cannot get things done. You're not going to get any results. And our Prime Minister has been doing so well. I mean, if you look at Grenada, say 3 years ago, as compared to now, it's night and day, And what is happening for people in Grenada as we speak right now, it's just remarkable. I mean, the transformation has been very effective. And if we keep on going at this track, I say, another 10 years from now, Grenada would be the gem in the Caribbean. and everybody's going to want to come to visit Grenada, invest in Grenada, because they see potential in Grenada and how well Grenada is performing on in the world today. Vibes FM, next caller. Caller coming.
Oh, Mr. Mills?
Yes, go ahead, yes.
Listen, Mr. Mills.
Yes, go ahead.
I'd rather these people don't call my name. I don't call anybody's name when I make my comments.
Okay.
Make my comments. Don't we all have rights?
Yes.
This gentleman that is threatening me with a horsewhip, I want you to pay attention. It's the second time. On the 27th of August, he did the same. It's August and September. I have it recorded there. I will record it again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This man is threatening me, Mr. Mills.
Okay.
I'd rather they make their comments. I don't call anybody name when I make my how I think, and I have a right to do that.
Yeah.
So I'll end by saying this. A gentleman, with all respect to you, but listen to these two words. Bah humbug. Bah humbug. BAHHUMBUG exclamation mark. If you want to know what that means, ask Mr. Google or read The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Have a nice evening with you, Mr. Milson.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Next caller. What's up, caller coming? Caller, you next. You on? Hello? 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 Caller?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You're not hearing me?
I can't hear you. But anyhow, if you're hearing me, I will make my point.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
So Kim, good afternoon. Yeah. Well, I'm so confused by the NNP. I don't know what to say again. Because at one time they say our great Prime Minister could hold meeting by Zoom. So now he's in Ghana, he could hold meeting by Zoom with the military leader that comes to Grenada.
Uh-huh.
So I don't see why he needs to be present in Grenada. If they're suggesting he could do it by Zoom.
Okay.
But what I want to talk about is our Honorable Tevin Andrews. I don't know if you realize that Tevin Andrews, the Honorable Tevin Andrews, have been giving away homes after the Beryl incident, the great hurricane that we have in Carriacou. And they say, oh, the people are homeless. But I don't know if you look at the statistics good. The statistics really says that every 10 days, Tevin Andrews is giving out a house. And that's remarkable. Every 10 days is giving away a house. And I think he needs to be commended for such a great effort. And we need to look at it that way. Don't look at it that 3 houses is given 3 months down the road. Every 10 days. He gave away 39 houses in 390 days. So it's every 10 days he's giving away a house. Praise God for them.
Oh,
God bless the government that's there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Statistics. Every 10 days. I know he's been giving away, weekly, but I wasn't looking at it like that.
From that standpoint.
Yeah, and there's a lot more houses, that are in construction right now, under construction. And so people are benefiting because you see, a house is not built in a day or two. And sometimes people, because of the anxiety and the need and the frustration, sometimes one thing done like a magical one, just whoop,
yes,
house up, whoop, everything in there. It doesn't work like that. I've been in construction for a long time. I know since Beryl, I've been building back my place. And what now? 1 year, no, about 3-4 months, still building. And I still have about another 6 months, maybe to a year to go. Vibes FM, next caller you on. Caller, come in. Caller? Hello? Hello? I wonder if I got red line there. Caller? Hello? Okay. It seems like we're going to have to just... You can always call the other number too as well, 403-0101. 403-0101 if you want to make a contribution. Next caller? Caller, come in. Hello? Wait, caller is on the line. I'm looking at them right now, but they're not hearing us. Okay. All right. Yeah, back to you, Koi. And this travel thing that they just spoke about,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really can't furthermore, really, probably too, I really want to understand, because the idea of complaining about traveling, I don't see what's the issue there in terms of traveling. I mean, that's part of your responsibility. And I've been hearing people talking about, oh, you're traveling too much, you should be okay. So,
well, one thing I could tell you straight out, off the bat, that the travel has been bringing back.
Well, yes, but they're talking about what the benefits of the travel. They're just talking about the fact that
they're jealous. Somebody
traveling
said to
too
me,
much.
they're jealous. Vibes FM caller. What's up, caller? Come in. Yeah, good afternoon. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah.
Afternoon.
I just want to say a little thing. If you realize Macaroni had something planned for the Caribbean. I think since you've seen that the OCS have been so together, I think they're trying to use us to divide and conquer. That is what and Marco Rubio he has people and everything. I don't know why Marco Rubio is that vindictive. He's a wicked guy. And he's trying to oppress the Caribbean. He's not just Grenada. Look, he's talking about Antigua. He's talking about Trinidad. He has a plan, and that is to divide the island. And that is my take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Marco Rubio is Cuban of Cuban heritage.
Yeah.
And even when this issue with the Cubans come up there, I find that it was very interesting. I won't say strange, but interesting that America would take that position, in regards to Cuba. And Mark is the Secretary of State. And I don't understand why they behaving as that. I mean, obviously there is some end goal in this.
Well, you see, when you're under the administration, especially with Trump, you have to toe the line. Eh?
Boy,
in other words, whenever you speak, you have to listen.
This towing line thing then is in.
No, but that's what it is. So most of the ministers, or those, cabinet members and, senators and everything like that, they don't really have a choice. They don't have a choice. So I'm telling you, that they have to just abide by whatever they've been told to do, and that's it. Back on, said another phone call. Let me see. Vibes FM. Caller, your life. Caller, come in. Caller, yes. Hello. Hello? Okay, no, this...
What's causing?
No. Yes, yeah, you're on. Yes, go ahead. Caller, go ahead. Hello? He's not here. No, let me take another one. Next caller coming. Next what's the caller coming?
Hello?
Yes, hello, yes, you're on.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
With regards to the talk of the PM and his travel, his frequent travel, yet for all, regardless of what is being said of his frequent travel, the Prime Minister constituency is still well served. He do, or whoever is coordinator do whatever they have to do. Whenever he's online, he visits. The Prime Minister has a Facebook page that is an open line. Everybody could see whatever he gets involved with. I mean, you stay here and it's just a set of altar. You cannot achieve, anything much. So you have to go out and find the goods. Take, for example, look how much kids cricket pack was given to the young children.
1,000,
so they can enhance their cricketing skills. All these things, the solar light we have, and so much more that is being done. You keep hearing people saying the government is working or the party has a problem. Who is head of the government? It shows that he's doing something good. There are certain things you must travel for. And I believe, this is the right time to do it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Jay. Next caller, line and caller coming.
Yes, Kim.
Yes, go ahead, yeah.
Kim, I think this is 2025, Kim. I don't think the Prime Minister has to be in Grenada every day, walking around through the villages or wherever to run this country.
I agree.
This is 2025. There's so much. Even if the prime minister is abroad, there's so many capable persons who could attend to matters. Yeah, and also, if ever there is some decision or whatever, the prime minister could link up via Zoom or whatever, and he could actually be there virtually.
Yep.
And I'm certain probably that was even the case.
Yeah.
You know, he probably was in that meeting virtually, or he probably even knew what the discussion was all about. I mean, it is highly possible. Even before the real discussion, to me, he was briefed.
Yeah.
And he knew what the whole thing was about. But we are here, you know, back and forth and back and forth. I don't see how we can't get far as a country if we want to live like that, you know, where every single man, jack, boy and girl of the 100 and how much thousand we have want to put their mouth in and their opinion in to run the country. That's chaos. That's chaos.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to leave. When we go to the polls and we elect a government, let's stand back. They have a period to run the country. After that, you go back to the polls based on performance and you make a decision again. You don't have to every minute, you know, do as though you want to overthrow the government. In our part of the world, that was experimented with, and I don't think anybody would have that up their sleeve. Although people don't like America's world police, but America wouldn't sit by and allow a revolution to take place in these small islands. Whether it's Grenada or St. Vincent or maybe you might have gang warfare between communities and so.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't necessarily threaten government, although in a place like Haiti, it has done it. But, you know, that's more an internal matter.
Right.
Yeah? But I think America is more or less the world police. Yeah? And a lot of countries around the world welcome America because they have, over 800 bases around the world. And some countries beg America to keep a presence in their country for years.
Yep.
Keep up countries in Europe. Yeah? Want them to be there in Japan and in South Korea and wherever they want them to be there. So all these donkey years because they contribute to the economy while they're there too. Yeah, they don't contribute to meddling in and running the country or the government. Yeah, so you know we have to be careful how we do things around here, you know, in this small country. You know, sometimes we just have to let our leaders handle, they qualified enough.
That's it.
So on. And when the time comes, we make our decision again based on all what have the positives and the negatives that on the table. We'll see what the scale way.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, caller. Thank you so much.
Right.
Well put, eh?
Yeah.
Vibes FM, next caller. Caller come in. Caller, you ready?
Hey, Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yes. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, well said by that last caller. The people these people are complaining about the PM traveling too much. These people not up with technology. Remember, it's a high-tech world that we live in it. You don't have to be Grenada to be seen or to be heard. High-tech world. Zoom is like you there. Virtual.
Yep.
And who started this issue with the American piece? Or the reader system? You remember is the that started by the bunch of communists who want to come back into power, you know. Remnants of the RPC.
Yeah.
These are that started this propaganda thing
Yeah.
about
The remnants.
the remnants who want to come and take over Morris Bishop Airport and throwing this false narrative outside there that they want to come in and take over Grenada, but it's something that these people are scared of. I think we have them. The Americans have information that we don't have. Also, the government would have information with the meeting that we don't have. So let us wait and see. And if the PM would make his right decision, the PM is one of the most intelligent guy in Grenada. probably in the region. He's a very intelligent young man, and we trust his leadership. So let us give the government a chance and hear what they have to say. Whatever decision they make, I'll be supporting.
Yep.
And I know that they will make the right decision. They would not make a decision that is not in the interest of our country, of our island.
Oh, definitely. I agree.
You know, so we give them a chance, and who only yap, who want to have demonstration, these handful of communists and the remnants of the RMC. Let them keep them quiet. I don't know what they are scared of.
Okay, caller, thank you. Vibes FM, next caller.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to just add some things to the program. And concerning our Prime Minister, you know, the Prime Minister made it clear very, very early. Grenada is a dot in the world, just a dot in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if the president is not there, we ain't getting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't getting absolutely nothing. And when he goes, he ain't come back empty-handed for sure. Come up with pocket full, handful, everything full. And we love that. The next thing I want to say too is that I was on this earth a long time. Since in the 50s, I've been on this earth. And I have never seen all the political world in Grenada. Only two governments I see similar, which is the revolution and this government. I've never seen even the revolution and put up street lights and police station and other health facilities, educational system. Well, the revolution had an educational system going. Well, this government, I haven't seen no other government besides the revolution do anything at all, because I am out a long time. I've voted a lot of years, and I've never seen nothing like this. Nothing, absolutely nothing like this. This is tremendously good. It's more than good. I don't want to put it.
Yeah.
Excellent. It
Yeah.
is very. And when I listen to Kim Jones, they're making a what you call it, a check on how much things that the government did, and I hear some of the things that the government do wrong the island, not the south alone, wrong the island. There's no way, nothing could compare with that, my brother. There's no comparison except the revolution. But even though I was particularly over the revolution, although the revolution lasts for 4.5 years, and we just go in 3 years and a month or some months with this government in power.
Mm-hmm.
And look at how much things that they have done. Beryl Marjon Caracou, flat Caracou is like a little town now, a little city for itself. Right? It stands out. And then the advertisement that comes along with the little guest house and the mermaid guest house and other guest houses, it lifts the standard of the place. And then I hear the lady just said, Mr. Kevin Ginot, a house every
10 days, every 10 days, yeah.
10 days?
Yeah.
What? I mean, come on, tell me something. Tell me something in the world. Who you ever know do that? In our government, who you know giving the house after we have a disaster, 10 days after, every 20 days after you give out a house? Where hear that? We working this magic. How he working this magic, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the lady don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a magic. So I want to say congratulations to the government, congratulations to the team. And the next thing I want to say too, even though the Prime Minister out of the island, we have 14 other people that could stand up for the Prime Minister. 14.
Yep.
14 others could stand, because every one of them is brilliant people. We have 14 others could stand out. We don't have to fight about a leadership again. We have 14 others that could lead, but we choose him to be the leader.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And we're proud of him, and we're glad we have him. We love him in any form. We love him. And the next thing, what's so much thing there? When he started in the UN to speak, United Nations to speak, he put all those people here to shame, because he based his topic on one of the most important things in the world today, education.
Yep.
Education he based his topic on, and he break it down to the smallest child could understand what he is saying. And now he in Ghana, see him in Ghana, look at him in Ghana down there. The other people, they were in opposition, they are vexed and they are jealous. Say sorry, they couldn't represent us in that manner.
Yeah.
And they were seen to with the 50th anniversary of Grenada, how we spend too much money for the thing. But it's our country. We spend the money for our country. We spend money for the 50th. We spend it in other places.
Right.
The government before We lost 40 million one way. We lost 30 million one way. We lost 6 million one way. But this million dollars stay in our country is for our own home. So you spend $2 million on your house. What happens to that? It's your home. You spend on your home. It's our home. We enjoy it in every form of it. So I don't know what they're saying. Come on. But I came. I want to congratulate you and your program, especially this one. To Talk Unfiltered. This one, I really want to congratulate you and the team of you already inside it for our job well done, and may God continue to give you all the nuts, riches, give you all your good health and strength. So you God continue to broadcast and to help the nation to understand what's going to help. Because if it wasn't for you all, we would have been in limbo. You and Kem Jones, if it wasn't for you all, these two stations, we would have been in real limbo. So I want to congratulate you for your work. I mean, it's a hard work to have this run going for all these years. It's not an easy work, but God's going to be with you. He's going to bless you. He's going to open a way so you go further and further and further. So may God bless you and your team for your station and what you are doing.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, okay?
You're welcome.
And you have a nice day yourself, okay?
Yes, right. Thank you.
Okay, bye now. Yes, Koi. Jealousy.
I find...
Somebody mentioned to me, they put jealousy. The jealousy...
But yeah, I mean,
jealousy. Imagine that.
They should organize themselves. When I say they, I mean I'm talking about the opposition forces.
That way they can't stand.
If they really want to make a positive contribution to this place, organize yourself and they show us your plan.
They're out of context.
Show us exactly what this beautiful island, these beautiful islands can be with your leadership. But instead of that, we're finding all kinds of
what is happening now. They were unable to do it, and not even unable to do it. They didn't have the vision to do it. They didn't have that. The main thing is, since they've been inside the 20-something plus years, is to just take care of themselves and the close friends around them, and that's it. And the strategy and the way of being there was a little mouthful. Whenever we need your assistance, when time to vote, they put something in your hand, close your hand, and then that's it,
Handshake.
There's a lot of that been going on. But now the thing has changed. And now even our prime minister, like for instance, now he's in Ghana, wherever he is, you think he's not in touch with his ministers on a regular basis, discussing and everything like that there? Whatever decisions, whatever is taking place. He knows more of what's happening in Grenada than we inside of Grenada right now. That's how much he's in tune to what's taking place. But jealousy, that's what it is.
Jealousy?
Yeah, jealously.
Where's the other thing beside
Louvers.
Jealousy? Louvers, yes, Louvers. better they take up Louvers than jealousy.
Let me try to take another caller. Vibes FM, caller come in.
I came. How you all doing, guys?
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon.
Listen, what you just said is so true. That the Prime Minister would be getting a briefing every day to what is going on in the country. I mean,
ball by ball.
Exactly. Listen, you said something there, and I listened to the program with everybody else. And what I will sum up everything is the performance of this government. That is why they're jealous and they're afraid. The performance of
they never see that yet.
We not they, but we never seen anything like that in Grenada. I mean, I lived abroad and you've seen things like that in the bigger country, but in Grenada, we have never seen those things. And what have them so ashamed? I mean, it's the performance. What have them so ashamed is that 3 years, 3 years.
That's all.
And these young men and women, they have the performance of what they have done in Grenada in 3 years. It is amazing. And everybody can see it. And they have to be scared. They have to be scared. And they have lost their time. Kit Mitchell has already lost his time. And if he had done what these young men have doing now in the 30-something years that he was there, he would have been unbelievable. He'd have died in government. People would have voted out anybody else, but they would have him there. And he had the chance to do that. And he hasn't done that. And as you said, he just was for his little friends and family, and it's just a clique of them, and and they was benefiting the whole of Grenada. Another thing I would try, I would touch somebody con here today. Long I want to say this. That blind eyes man, I don't know if he thought that he would have get a position in this government. Maybe he thought he would have get whatever he thought, and he has not got that. So he's bitter and all of that. That blind eye man. What else to let him here? You all have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No name call.
No name call. No name, no warrant?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, but it's interesting. As I said, I think when you listen attentively, you learn a lot more. When you listen attentively, not just listen past in one ear and go out in the other ears.
Vibes FM caller?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, yes.
To that lady, regardless of who it is, it will be respectable in our deliberation. And I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to Kim and the guys, the staff at Vibes FM for continuing to give us a voice every Thursday. There are those who don't call, but they look forward to listening to you. I know. I mean, it doesn't have age limit. The young, the old, the not so old, everybody. And it's just so good. I believe you guys need a Guinness every day because it's not easy to put up with some of us, the things we say on air and repeatedly. You listen, and it's not easy to listen from 10 to 2. Think about you deserve the best. And I don't know who paid you, but I never hear you begging for payment, and you are there continuously. We say thank you. Take a bow. We love you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Koi?
Yeah. Well, I think on that note, it's a very positive note to end today's program.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm glad that we are all understanding the importance of listening, because Kim, when you listen, you are able to respond much more intelligent in terms of understanding what was said. Because a lot of times people speak and we think that that people who are listening to us understand, but no, they missed the point. And I can identify a few of those of that what I'm talking about here. Based on the conversations that we had here today, a lot of people just don't understand a lot of things about what is happening. So we just decide to give our own view, give our own version, without trying to understand. And I think that is what we want to do here on this program, to get people to listen and understand. And if you don't understand, you ask a question, because it's an engagement, it's a dialogue. And we need to be speaking more with each other in that manner than just throwing words at each other. We need to understand that we are all part of this together. So let's go forward together as a people and learn.
And what's really taking place too, Koi, there's a sort of anger and bitterness in some folks,
Yeah, certainly. Certainly.
That they just can't help it.
I mean, wow.
Especially those in opposition, those who, who have not performed and done anything positive, for this country. Because I remember when we were voting in this government, I expect to see, some improvements, but I never expected to see what I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
I'll be very honest with you. I expect to see Grenada moving up,
But Kim, you sang the song,
yes, but I still...
We're getting better?
Things going to get better. Getting better.
I mean, so what, you limited that amount of better?
Yeah, you see, when you have not seen it before, you're hoping for it, you put that call out there. And really, the call was a genuine call, and the call is now reality, getting better and better. And the only way right now is up, up, up.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.
And that will just about wrap up our program for today right here on Vibes FM. We want to thank you so much, you, our callers, those of you who participated in the program. We always appreciate your calls. Those of you who listen to our programs as well, we thank you so much for being a good listener. So until next time, your humble servant, yours truly, Kim the King, it's always a pleasure. And as you go to the rest of the day, enjoy the rest of our day. And the weekend ahead as well, we celebrate Heroes Day weekend celebration. Hope it's going to be a nice one for you as well. Until then, bye-bye.